king, Mike in the night, and the Gemini crew. Night, you're here with Mike in the night. Mike it through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world, give this page another turn, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Everything's alright when you're here with Mike in the night. Mike it through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Woo! Giving the world light when you're here with Mike in the night. Mike it through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Sometimes things are just absurd, so let's just talk about the world, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Mike it through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Mike it through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world, give this page another curl, 'cause you're here with us tonight.
I bid you all good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be watching this transmission. It is I, Mike Martins, broadcasting from Merritt, British Columbia. And yes, it is a great day. It's been a great week. And yes, it's a very special edition Tuesday night. Yeah, very rare Tuesday night edition of Mike in the Night. And I'm going to tell you why it's a rare edition. I'm doing this for our channel subscribers. People that subscribe or promote the channel. I'm doing this for you guys tonight and promoting and supporting the channel. People that have joined the channel. I want to send a special shout out to Claudia Rodriguez, who lives in Brazil. Claudia Rodriguez, who lives in Brazil, who has been sending me this really cool art for Mike in the Night, and basically allowable for me to use on our merchandise. So I want to thank everyone, that's contributing to the channel in every way humanly possible. It means a lot to me that that this channel functions with everybody. So, okay, here we go. We got Cameron Robbins, K-Pax, Three Guys Gaming Podcast, Spiffy BB, Dan Cuff, Belinda, who else we got here? B-Pod, Kyle, everybody in the house today. So if you're just joining, or if you're just joining into the channel, thank you for joining and being part of Mike in the Night's very special, rare Tuesday edition. Doing this for our channel sponsors, kind of doing a extra show out there once in a while. You know why? And I'll be frank with you. Kids are in bed. They're already showered, ready for school tomorrow. It is a bit early, but they were tired. So, yeah. Anyways, before we kick off tonight's show, we're going to go over all our, let me just adjust this little screen thing here. Here we go. There we go. Make it look good there for you guys. There it is. It's Mike in the Night. Sit back, recline your chair, recline your easy chair, whether you're listening to us in your camper, RV, or your box in the sky, which we call condos today, or your semi-divided or semi. If you're in a house, if you're in a townhouse, wherever you are in a big city, or out in the woods, or at the trailer park, you're listening to Mike in the Night. Anyways, guys, 3 games, gaming podcasting. I feel exhausted today. I felt like that yesterday. Today I feel good. So I'm going to do an extra show today. Maybe get out there, let people know. But I felt like that yesterday. Felt tired, overly stressed. So much going on, and he says 3 games, three gaming podcasts saying I got masks today. Yes, you did. I saw them in the photos. So What are you guys up to? What's going on? Well, tonight I got something really nicely planned for you guys for us to discuss in the comments. So before we do, let's go over to channel news. Where would the channel news be? Nope. Okay. Channel news. All right, so this week I covered a lot of stuff. So let's go to videos and check it out. We got Mike of the Night now. We got gold smash is $1,600 US. And man, wow. I was getting all these notifications from my bank saying, oh, this stock sold, this stock sold, this stock sold. Because I have it on auto sell, right? So it was really good to see basically at 7, 8 in the morning, it's already selling off for me. So I did a morning coffee with Mike discussing that. We also discussed on the channel co-ownership. If you haven't seen this video, you might want to watch it. We discussed co-ownership and the dangers of co-ownership. If one person defaults on their mortgage and there's 3, 4 families in one house and the other people can't pay that person's portion of the mortgage, it's huge, guys. Co-ownership is very dangerous. Canada's population explosion. BC's population grew by 70,000 last year. Australia's entering a new dark age. They're actually discussing to go back to coal standards, using coal for energy. China's suffering shortage of workers. Japan entered a terrible quarter. I've already admitted it that they're in a recession. They're like, here you go, here it is. Zombie nation Japan, zombie economy Japan is now in a recession. China banks are urged. Chinese overlords are telling banks to go ahead and just go ahead and restructure some bad debts and keep it going. Yeah, and to be tolerant with bad debts. That's pretty bad. Swiss Chalet, closed location. Yep, and then we go back to last week's. A few days ago, Mike in the Night. A few days ago, and I'm here back with you guys. So tonight's show is dedicated to our sponsors. So guys, if you want to join the channel, go right here to this button right here and click join. If you could join this channel, I'd really appreciate it. It doesn't cost much. Literally, it's less than a cup of coffee. So if you could join the channel and support the channel, I would really appreciate that. Man, I'll be making more shows all the time, man. I'll be doing all kinds of stuff. I'll even, get guests on and stuff and get things going. If you want to pick up a mug, I got a new... Everybody liked this little image, so I did a Mike in the Night sticker for a couple of bucks. And the new planner, it's called Planner Chaos mug. There it is, guys. The Planner Chaos mug from last week's show, Mike in the Night. It's a really nice... Planner Chaos is really nice. Look at that. She's got a red eye and a barcode above her eye. That's where it's headed, guys. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, here, I'll give you my Instagram on the live chat there. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, I'm also here. I'll give you guys that on the live chat. If you guys want to follow me on Facebook, I'd appreciate that too. Very much. There it is. Okay, and so that's that. Someone's saying we need a Y2K trucker mug. No, we need an Alfred with the big truck. Y2K trucker, we could do that too if you guys want. We'll do a merit harassment mug too, man. I'm gonna do one this week, merit harassment mug, if you guys want. All right, so that's that. That's the channel news, and yes, okay, guys, here we go. Mike in the Night. Oh, yeah. We got over 40 people watching. Really good for a Tuesday night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Or the dirty mug. Yeah, we could do a dirty mug, too, if you guys want. Because I'm on the dirty. Don't forget to check me out on thedirty.com, guys. All right, where was I? Okay, where was I? All right, guys. Tonight we're going to be talking about the 10 plagues that are hitting our planet simultaneously. So I said it last week and the week before. We are in the third-ish week of February. And look how much has happened in 2020, disaster-wise. In 2020, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's like biblical proportions, guys. It's like biblical proportions. Whether it's tsunamis, locusts, pestilence, plagues, famine, droughts, flooding, hurricanes, whatever you want to, whatever you think it's happening. Why is it happening? Why are we seeing things at biblical proportions all of a sudden? And we're just a couple of weeks in the year already, and it's already like this. So Better Dwelling just throws up this, and I'm like, wow, this is perfect. You know what? We're going to do a Mike in the Night tonight, and we're going to discuss the 10 plagues that are hitting our planet simultaneously. And this is authored by Michael Snyder via the End of America Dream blog. So this is on Zero Hedge, guys, if you want to check it out. All of a sudden, real crazy things are starting to happen all over the world. Giant swarms of locusts and absolutely devastating entire regions. Extremely unusual storms or confounding meteorologists. Earthquakes and volcano activity are both on the rise, and 5 very dangerous diseases are sweeping across the globe. So far in 2020, it has just been one thing after another, and many are speculating that what could be ahead if the events continue to escalate. The other day, my wife mentioned that one of her friends suggested that I should put together a list of the weird stuff that had been taking place. So that is what I have decided to do. So this is it right here. This is what if they're missing something here. Let's see if they're missing something here. They got that. They got that. They got the swine flu. They got volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, flooding, bizarre weather patterns, locusts. So they got a lot of the good stuff. So if there's anything that's not on this list that you want to tell us in the comments, I'd be very happy to look it up and read it for you guys. All right, here we go, guys. So this is interesting. All right, so let's look it up. So number 1, armies of locusts. As I detailed the other day, swarms of locusts, and the Raven was on the other day to discuss this, discussing the armies of locusts. The size of major cities have been devouring entire farms in Africa, at least as little as 30 seconds. The swarms have also been spreading throughout the Middle East, and now have learned they have even reached China. Oh my god, that's all China needs, is locusts now. A gigantic swarm of locusts that's belonged to a plague that has ravaged millions of acres of crops across East Africa has been spotted reaching the Chinese border. Billions of insects have destroyed food supplies across Kenya, Somalia, and Ethiopia, in what has been described as the worst plague for decades. So here it is. I'm going to put up a photo of it. There it is right there. Holy smokes. An unprecedented effort to kill massive locust swarms with biocontrol. These massive swarms, I don't know about... I don't know if it would do more damage to the land for future crops or future plantations in the future. You know, that's what I'm scared of. I don't mind like getting rid of these damn things because they're just eating our food. But how much damage would it do to the soil, right? What do we do? You know what I'm saying? BC court to take away Canada's free speech. Says Alan Robshaw. BC court is to take away Canada's free speech. Well, we can't even say certain things anymore already in videos. I'm not sure what more they want to take away. I'm self-censoring everything I'm saying now. I got to be careful how I say things. I'm not sure what they're going to take away now. Like, then I just can't talk anymore. I think many people, not enough resources, contracting money supply 1%ers, taking them in the house. And Papa Piss said free speech is up for grabs with these native rail line protests. Yeah, there's protests up, so they're going to probably use that as a front to get rid of our free speech. I'm not sure if they want to get rid of like protesting or assembly, the right to assemble. I'm not sure what they're planning on doing here, but anyways, in Somalia, an unprecedented effort to kill massive locust swarms with biocontrol. Somalia, one of several African nations, has been hit hard with enormous swarms of locusts. Is planning to control them with a fungus in what would be the largest biopesticides against these insects. Large-scale use to control an invasion of desert locusts. Desert too, eh? Would be first, says Michael Lecoq, a retired entomologist who worked on locust control at the French Agriculture Research for the International Development Day. So it's a successful step forward, but look at this. Look at this picture here. Look at that. One thing that's okay, I think I don't find too bad about this, is that he's wearing a Ninja Turtles shirt. It doesn't look that bad. You know, he's got a Ninja Turtles shirt on that might help, combat. Look at this. I wouldn't jump into that. I'd probably jump into that with like 2 tennis rackets, like 2 nice aluminum light tennis rackets, so you could just swing that. But you won't get rid of them though. Wow, look at that, guys. These people, like, wow, they're just being ravaged. Uganda People Defense Force soldiers prepare equipment to spray crops. So they're preparing to spray the crops. There it is right there. Somebody caught one. Look at this thing. So Linda Lee Mercer saying, Mike, it's right of assembly, not the right to assemble. You guys know what I mean, right? You guys know I'm severely undereducated too, right? Look up Denver airport. Yeah, I talked about the airport thing on my channel I think it was in 2010 on my other YouTube channel, and then I think that one closed my channel down when I was discussing the murals that were painted on the walls and the different stuff. And yeah, Jordan Retro in the house. Yeah, baby. Layla in the house. So here it is, guys. Locusts. Look at this in Uganda. Holy crap. Holy Kenya, look at that. It's just occupying. It's just occupying. It's eating everyone's food. Wow. Let's see if we can find some other images here. Look at that. Let's see. Someone's telling me that it's in other countries. So let's check. They say it's on the Chinese border. There it is. Taiwan. Man, they're everywhere. Yeah, Northwest China. Holy crap. That's phenomenal, guys. I mean, I don't see, like, isn't that something, you hear about it in times of biblicalness, takeover / wrath of God type of biblical event. But look at that. That's in Northwest China. But these ones are a different color, though. These ones are like a raspberry red. And then the ones that we're looking at here are more of a kind of a cherry blossom-ish type, like red. And then if you go further down, see they're like this cherry blossom-y type red. And then if you keep going down, you got them in yellow. So you got all kinds, all kinds of different colors. You got all kinds of different colors. Here's the yellow ones. So these ones are pretty interesting. And then these are like these kind of reddish cherry blossom type colors. Like kind of like a white pinkish one. So you're getting different colored. So they're like all over. Let's see if we can get other parts here. Reaches China. Here, this is the one we're reading. This is the article we're reading. Man, it's honestly just 400 billion. This is from yesterday's date. 400 billion? Wait a minute, 400 billion. I'm reading that right? 400 billion. What the what? Are you gotta be kidding me? So adults are up here, okay, and then the hoppers are. I'm not seeing any hoppers on this map. I'm also seeing what's red? Swarms. They're all over. They're all over Oman, Yemen, Somalia, Ethiopia, Northwest India, and they're moving like they're like kind of like in a circular pattern. If you see this, they work like it says here, cyclones, and they're going like in a circular pattern. And now they're making their way to India, man. I mean, China. I mean, are these things like edible? Could people eat these? Is it because if these things are edible, these are like kind of little crunchy snack or something. Like I don't see. I mean, you could eat them back, right? No, I'm just trying to find a good side to this because this is. And then we're gonna have to fumigate and throw all kinds of crap on this and trying to eliminate this. 400 billion. That's divide that into 7. That's how many times the Earth's population, and divide that by 7. That's how much of the Earth's population in billions. That's how many times people on Earth. I'm saying, wow, 400 billion. Okay, well, yeah. Someone's saying just throw barbecue sauce. Yeah, Layla says, yes, Mike, they are barbecued. It's common. It's a seasonal thing, though it doesn't kill anyone. Yeah, why not? Because that's, again, I'm going to say it again. 400 billion. Okay, I'm just shocked. I'm shocked at what you find when you look into it just a little bit deeper. All right, let's move on to the next plague. Extremely bizarre weather patterns. It is almost as virtually all of the old rules have suddenly been thrown out the window. All-time record of 209 mile-per-hour wind gusts just hit California, and absolutely crazy storms are happening all over the planet. For example, just check out what took place in Australia. Okay, is it the fires? Sydney battered with 2 months of... Stupid ad. 2 months of rain. I can't even read it because it's loaded with that. 2 days of rain. Wait. Okay, Sydney's battered with 2 months of rain in 2 days. Wow. So they got like 7 feet of rain in 2 days. And cyclonic wind forcing mass evacuations and 10,000 calls for help as the city wakes to mansions on the edge of being washed away. Yachts sunk, 150,000 homes without power, and schools closed. Sydney was deluged with 400 millimeters of rain, 2 months worth over the weekend, the most in 22 years. Multiple schools located across New South Wales are closed on Monday as a result of the floods following record rainfall. Commuters urged to stay home. Wow, as public transport is thrown into chaos with multiple delays to trains. SES issued a Sunday evening warning that Nabarron Lagoon area in the city's northern beaches, residents in Moorebank, Chipping Norton, and Milpera were evacuated as the Georgia River flooded. Wow. So this is a lot. That's just in Australia. And let's not mention the fires that have been going on for ages there. So someone's out there with their dog, of course, filming these crazy waves. Well, it's hot there, so people could get in the water if they want. Wow. Yeah. Know your bushfire plan. Well, there goes that car. Just complete avenues underwater. Oh, underground water parking. Look at this, underground water parking. Oh, okay. So we got somebody in the comment section that knows about grasshoppers or these locust thing. It's by Autumn Oceans here. She's saying poisonous grasshoppers are brightly colored. Poisonous grasshoppers sometimes have a toxic alkalines in their blood that will make them either extremely bitter to eat, deadly, or both. Okay. So here it is. Look at this. The mattress is just floating there. It's just floating. Oh, somebody had a can of Febreze here of the air freshener. So here's a video here, 12 seconds long. Wow, just avenues completely underwater. Well, there's at least someone in the water. People taking photos. Look at the trains all backed up. What? Waiting on an escalator? Like waiting, like not to go up the escalator, but waiting on the escalator because it stopped. And you're just waiting to your turn on the escalator because it's just not moving. So you're just standing your turn in that line. Wow. Yeah, he's waving. Yeah. Got saved. Wow. What the heck is that? A foam bath? Sea foam whipped up in front of homes along Colroy and northern beaches on Monday morning. Look at that. No wonder insurance companies are cranking up the rates, eh? No wonder the insurance companies are cranking up the rates on everything. These, back in the day, insurance would be kind of, it'd be manageable. Now, insurance for anything is super high, especially with all this stuff happening. And you know what? I don't blame the insurance companies. That's what you get when you buy a $3 million house that's worth $420,000. Another tree down. Man. Well, no one's going to Maricaville Bowling and Recreation. I can tell you that right now. It's completely underwater, this whole area. Wow, first the fires and now this. Ferries were delayed or canceled in Sydney over the weekend due to large swells. This guy's got a bodyboard. Wow, it just like lines up with the sea. Look at that. This car's gone. Goodbye. Concrete all busted up here. So there you go. That's what's happening in Australia, folks. Well, that's pretty intense. Wow. So we're seeing this kind of stuff all over. So Sydney has been thrown. Okay, so we read that. So anywhere else, guys, in the comments you want to look up right now that's having some bizarre weather patterns? Let's see what we get when we get bizarre weather. Let's see what's on the news. And our Antarctic Peninsula is setting heat records. Okay, that's one right there. Canadian telescope's bizarre 16-day pattern of signals. Climate change is real. Yeah, it's real. It's nice outside today. Tomorrow's going to be nice too. It's real. Yeah. Climate changes. I hate it how first they threw out global warming out there, and it's global warming. The world's going to be underwater. Okay, it's not. So it's not. Florida isn't underwater. Blah blah blah. Then they changed their tune to it was global warming, and then it was the Earth was going to freeze up or something. What was it? It was global warming. Then it was something that, and then now it's climate change. So we can't argue climate change because the climate changes. I'm not arguing that. The climate, it's changing. So climate change is real. It's real. Yeah, climate changes every day. It's like saying that there's minutes in an hour. It's like, yeah, there's minutes in an hour. It's like, I'm not going to argue that. You know what I'm saying? But they're just doing that for the carbon credits. I don't know if you guys remember I read my gas bill and my electricity bill. I'm paying roughly with my gas and electricity per year about $2,400 in carbon credits. Carbon tax per year right now, about 2,400 in carbon tax. Mike, this week's been a mile, says Leo. Chrissy is saying the sky in Melbourne yesterday went so dark at lunchtime. Had to turn on the lights out inside. Thunder shock the house. Friend said at work it was like the end of the world movie. Yeah. Pasueto says many are taken out, do not look sick, and the cops look like they are concerned about the infection. And then FD says, I love your very accurate rants on climate change. No, but it's true. They set it up so you can't argue it. Oh, are you denying that climate doesn't change? And you're like, it's like arguing with somebody, this is the floor and that's the ceiling. You're not going to argue the floor and the ceiling. So they're setting it up in a way, the narrative in a way that climate changes. We know that. So anyways, multiple tornadoes hit Virginia and Maryland, blowing down. Ripples in sky over Syria prompt conspiracy theorists. Why ice volcanoes are erupting on Lake Michigan. Let's check this out, man. Holy crap. Okay, so let's go with this one. What the hell is this? I don't want to give you my email address. So you get Thunberg emails. Okay, here we go. Antarctic Peninsula is setting to heat records. They won't stand long. Experts are to see more extreme warming events in the future, raising alarm bells above the future of the world's longest frozen landmass. Again, climate changes. We know that. Climate is going to change. It's called part of living on Earth. So there's another one here. They're going to want to throw this out there. They said that that this was all. They said that this first. They said it was global warming, and then they said it was global cooling, and things were going to get colder. And after Antarctica doubled in size, or no, it wasn't Antarctica. The North Pole, the northern area, like grew up substantially, and then they said, well, now it's climate change. So this way, nobody could argue it. So this could go to hell. Why ice volcanoes are erupting on Lake Michigan? Nice. A cold snap in the Great Lakes region has spurred the formation of ice volcanoes across the lake. Conical structures of snow and ice on lake surface that expel water, a lava-like from a volcano. A National Weather Service's Twitter account for the Grand Rapids region shared an image of unusual phenomena over the weekend. That's awesome. It's just water. It's not lava. It's just like, and it's spitting out these little balls. Balls. There it is. See? Lake Michigan. So let's go back. Let's go to bizarre weather. What else is that? Insane violent thunderstorms slam into Sydney. That's probably the one Buddy was talking about in the comments there. Mike, do you remember California in the 90s? Yeah, of course I do. 90210. Balls falls, says Leo there. Okay, see the crazy weather. What else? We got all kinds here for crazy weather. Play that funky music. All right. Rare wind rolls snowballs pop up northwest Kansas. Mysterious ice rings from the world's deepest lake. Driver's shock as bizarre object flies away during wild weather. This bizarre optical illusion shows an Irish lighthouse rocking. Bizarre dust storm disrupts Australian Open. Wow. Tornado, flooding, and snow hit Athens. Oh, I gotta see this. Greece hit Athens in 1 week. Oh, Georgia. Never mind. I thought it was in Greece. Sorry, guys. I got excited there. There it is. Wacky weather. All right, let's move it on. Let's move it on. Let's move it on. All right, so we covered Army of Locusts #1. That's nuts. And people are explaining this stuff in the comments. It's good. I don't know this stuff. I don't know. I mean, anytime I think of locusts, I always think of the Moses and the Ten Commandments when he brought on locusts. So we're seeing it now. Biblical proportions. Guys that are just joining us, guys, welcome to Mike in the Night. Today we're looking at the top 10 plagues that are hitting our planet simultaneously. We're a few weeks into 2020, and I just can't believe how much has happened in the last, 4, 5, 6 weeks of this new year. I'm thrown for a curveball, guys. All right, tonight's special scheduled event is to our channel sponsors. So guys, get on there and please, my AdSense has gone to, go here, go to the channel and join right here, guys. Join. Doesn't cost much. It's dirt cheap, and it supports the transmission in more than you could think. All right, let's move it on. Extremely bizarre weather patterns. We already covered that. But 200, what was that? 200 mile per hour. 209 miles per hour wind hit California. Let's open this one real quick. 209 miles per hour. It's like 300 kilometers. California experienced 209 mile per hour winds with a gust recorded atop their Kirkwood Mountain in California, Sierra Nevada mountain range. According to the reports, if verified, this would become California's strongest wind gust ever recorded. So we're getting all these like winning when it in the wrong categories, you know? All right, let's keep going now. All right. Unprecedented flooding. We are seeing unusual flooding all over the world right now, and the flooding that is devastating the southern U.S. at this moment is being called unprecedented. So here it is. Mississippi, Ole Miss is flooding. Historic, unprecedented flooding swamped southern USA, Mississippi, and Tennessee hit the hardest. Wow. Look at all the garbage in the water. Well, someone left that trunk open. That's a lot of water. With a ton of rain on the way. In Jackson, Mississippi, weeks of heavy rain have undoubted a large portion of the southern U.S., bringing near-record flooding to portions of Mississippi and Tennessee. So let's look up flooding and see if it's happening anywhere else. This is from USA Today. All right, let's go to flooding. Let's go to news. Grand Forks, mayor signs emergency declaration over spring flood. Grand Forks is not far from me. Historic flood, we got Mississippi already. Hundreds of homes flooded in Mississippi. Ooh, this is in England. Storm Dennis, flood victims to receive up to £10 million. Flood victims in Wales. First, okay, so it's happening in Wales. UK grapples with severe floods as storm death toll rises to 3. That's from today's date, by the way. Flooding. You wake up, you got nothing. Hundreds of homes have been flooded in the West Midlands and rising levels. Big storm here. And MLA reports a story of flooding in the Columbia Valley. That's what I thought. I thought I was going to say like Columbia, the country. Storm denies aerial footage shows scale of flooding in, where's this? Hereford. There it is here. Houses in Hereford surrounding villages were inundated by flood water as the river Wye reached the highest level on record. So we're breaking records on, is in the UK, I guess, UK, weather here. So, guys, we're seeing all kinds of records being broken, and it's not the ones we're hoping to achieve. And we're breaking records and bizarre things happening. 6-7 weeks into 2020, I'm gonna make T-shirts. I survived 2020 on my when 2020 is over. Okay, guys, and if we're alive to go there and actually say, you know what, I'm gonna make T-shirts to say I survived 2020, because I'm gonna put on the back of the T-shirt everything: flooding, this, that, CV virus. I'm gonna put everything on the back of the T-shirt for 2020. So far, we already got 10 big things here. Okay, so let's move on now. So we covered the flooding. So number 1 was armies of locusts. Number 2, extremely bizarre weather patterns. Number 3, unprecedented flooding. Number 4, major earthquakes. Yeah, there was a big one in Jamaica the other day. All right. Really big earthquakes are happening with such frequency. We had a 5.0 in Wuhan, which the location of their disease control center is. They've never had an earthquake there for the last 100 years on record. Then all of a sudden they have an earthquake, 5.0 magnitude. Yeah. So that's kind of making me think for a while now, actually. Tig Nim is saying, wait, why not? Instead, I'm surviving 2020? Huh. Interesting. Someone's asking me to look up the red algae. All right, let's look up some red algae. Oops. All right, what's going on with this? Oh, new species of red algae discovered in Iceland. Previously unknown species of red algae, or Rhahadobia yata, has been discovered in Iceland, according to the press release from the marine biologists. Okay. And there's blue-green algae have been issued from Yamaranga wire in the junction. I'm not sure what this is. Red alert warning. What is that? Blue-green algae has been issued from Yamawanga weir to the junction of the Murray Rivers near Burma Township. Usually appears in green paint-like scums of water near the edges, or a greenish clump throughout the water. It makes the water appear dirty, green, and discolored, and generally has a strong, musty, earthy odor. Warning cases have been obtained. What does this stuff do to you? Oh, Florida coast. History of red tide in Florida. The algae was also observed last week as a background of concentrations in Sarasota more than 2 years ago that a devastating red tide bloom hit Florida's coastal waters. An algae bloom gets more intense. People breathe in more. Ooh. Florida Gulf Coast. Red tide returns to Florida, leaving businesses worried. What is this red tide stuff? Oh, wow. This guy's wearing a mask. Man, can you stop with this pop-up crap? I don't care about this pop-up crap. Nobody cares about it. There's all this red stuff here, eh? Lifeguard wearing a protective mask asks a surfer to exit the ocean as Palm Beach County officials announced that all county beaches are closed due to the tide affecting coastal areas. Toxic algal bloom red tide is back, and dead fish are washing up on the shores of southwest Florida again. The red tide killed thousands and tons of marine life, including sea turtles, manatees, and dolphins last year. This year, the algae has washed up in patches, with some beaches almost entirely clear and others covered with dead fish. So, 26 Gunter saying it's toxic. Yeah, it is. Well, it's killing the fish. It's toxic, of course, right? Oh, poor guy's just surfing, man. Let the guy surf, man. Jeez, man. It's toxic. Wow. All right, so let's get back to where we were. Major earthquakes. So we're seeing major earthquakes, and we got the red algae now in the Florida coast coming in huge clumps. Wow. Thanks for sharing that with us here. Save the whales. Oh, there's something here. Oh, this is CNN. I gotta pause this. They're gonna flag my channel. Magnitude 7.7 earthquake strikes off the coast of Jamaica, and it's felt as far away as Miami. So, okay, let's look up earthquakes. We know about the Jamaica one. Let's see what we got going on. Earthquakes reported in West Texas Tuesday morning, 6 hours ago. Odessa. West Texas, between Odessa and El Paso. Earthquake experts say latest look of outbreak of earthquakes are really big. Earthquakes are the last distraction to Puerto Rico. Here is how plate tectonics caused Puerto Rico's recent earthquake. This is from 3 hours ago.
Puerto Rico has had hundreds of aftershocks and sits on the border between. Over time, these two plates are slowly being merged together at the rate of half of what your fingernails grow. So very slowly over millions of years, those tectonic plates are getting closer and closer together. But meanwhile, Puerto Rico is really being squeezed between the plates. And there's several different fault lines and tectonic zones that happen along the island. The one that the earthquakes have been originating on this year is to the south, along the Caribbean plate. It's a place that's called the Muertos Trough. And let me show you what's happening there. This is a subduction zone, which is when one plate is subducting underneath the other. It's actually the Caribbean plate subducting underneath the island of Puerto Rico. Here's how it looks. You'll notice this is the direction of what's happening. Over time, the Caribbean plate is subducting underneath the island of Puerto Rico. Whenever we see that...
This is all climate change. All of this is climate change. You see? See what climate change is doing? It's causing earthquakes too. And look what's happening on the moon because of climate change. Oh my God. Look what's happening to the sun because of climate change. Someone says to do a t-shirt with a giant grasshopper with the raven's head superimposed. Yeah, we can do that. So the dam is global warming. Or no, sorry, climate change. Is it called climate change now? 1.5 billion euros to Albania after the major earthquake. Weeks after deadly earthquake, Puerto Rico's rattling again. Tennessee hit by 5 earthquakes in less than 5 hours. Fluid pressure changes. Cascadia slow seismic earthquakes. 2 earthquakes to hit Japan simultaneously. Volcano earthquake reported for Tuesday, 18th of February. That's today. New Jersey troopers help Puerto Ricans face the earthquake. Land rise slows, earthquakes diminish. Magnitude 4.3 registered in the coastal Labrador. Earthquake warning. Apple provinces. A countdown. Look at that crack across the street. Holy crap. There's earthquakes every day. Every day. There's like several semi-major ones, but there's like a big one once a week now. So here it is, earthquakes. All right, let's move on. So we already covered armies of locusts, extremely bizarre weather patterns, unprecedented flooding, and major earthquakes. So everything on this is true. Everything on this article is true. Number 5, unusual volcanic eruptions. Seismic activities have been rising all over the globe, and over the past couple of months, we have seen volcanoes all over the world pop up like firecrackers. One of the most notable eruptions that we have seen in recent days was the most powerful eruption of Mount Murpai in 90 years. Let's open this puppy up. Oh, this Indonesian one. Let me open it up via another window so I don't forget. Okay, where were we? Unusual volcanoes. Volcano in Indonesia experienced the most powerful eruption in 90 years. Wow, look at that thing go. Look at the lava coming out of that thing. Most powerful eruption since 1930. So there you go. So let's look up now volcano reports. Are we going to biblical proportions, guys? Are we looking at, man, 6-7 weeks in 2020? Look at where we're at right now. Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico. The activity of the volcano. The modern volcano was constructed to the south of the late Pleistocene to Halukinsi, El Frenelcon. 3 major Plinian eruptions. Mom wakes up from a coma 2 months after the New Zealand earthquake eruption. Greece prepares a protection plan for possible volcano. Strange ice volcanoes erupt. We got that already under weird, bizarre weather. Volcano blast put her in a coma. Okay, we got that already. Mount Merapi, Indonesia's most active volcano. Toll rises to 21 from New Zealand volcano eruption. Popocatépetl volcano erupts. Let's see if we got anything here. Scientists fear major volcano eruptions in the Philippines. Photo of U.S. couple moments before being buried by ash. Wow. So, hey, guys, we're going to take a selfie here. God bless America. And then, boom, you got buried by ash. Atlanta couple caught New Zealand volcano. Alert Philippines volcano. Lava lakes. Was that lava lakes? These lava lakes drained catastrophically, and scientists let's look at this. Oof! Imagine walking your dog. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what the heck is that? Why am I looking at this? This is from National Geographic. These lava lakes drained catastrophically, and scientists caught it in action. Some 14 billion cubic. What? 14 billion? Man, I'm out to lunch on these things, man. I have no idea. 14 billion cubic feet of magma squeezed through the deep cracks under Vanuatu's Ambrium Island, fracturing the landscape and lifting up the coasts. Yeah, this is the other one here we were looking at earlier. That's a lot of lava, man. New study conducted in collaboration with the Vanuatu Meteorology and Geohazards Department provided a rare detail of portrait of the Ambrium's activity below, which can help geologists unravel the myriad processes and contribute to the volcano activity. Look at that. It's just moving. It's reconstructing. Here it is. Here's the volcano right here. Holy crap. Man, this is some serious stuff going on. So why are we seeing these biblical events? I don't know. We're in the first 6th, 7th week of 2020, and look at what's been happening, guys. So it's going to be up here. Indonesia is up here, like right here in this area. So these are all volcanoes. These are little triangles. I know the one they're talking about is right here in this specific area, right? Like northwest of thing. Yeah, there's the New Zealand one. So it's kind of wrapping up in here. You see that? It's kind of like veiling. It's like a big veil. It comes in here, catches this currents here. Look at that. What? Is shield volcanoes. This is the one to Mount Bromo in Indonesia. These are calderas. There's Mid-Atlantic Ridge. The hydromethyl vent. Wow. This, guys, just so you know, guys, arguably, this puts more soot and ash. One good volcano, and I've said this many times, and I'm not going to argue this, but I'll continue arguing my point here. This puts more soot and ash in our ionosphere and atmosphere and stuff than we do in 100 years. One good volcano puts more crap in our system than what we do as humans with our cars and polluting and cutting down and all that stuff we do. This does more damage. A good 5-day, 7-day long volcano does more damage than we do in 100 years. So they got to start looking at other ways to tax us, because this carbon credit thing isn't. Show this to you guys. Look at this. Wow, look at this one. It's actually carved out. You can see it from space. It's carved right out. But we got to get Greta in this thing. I think she needs to know what's going on here, because she needs to stop these. Because if you stop these volcanoes, you'll solve your carbon issue. Carbon, non-human. Because look what humans do. Look. Oh, we do pollute, but look how much green. Look, we're growing grapes. Grapes don't grow wild like that for good luck. People harvest it. They work it. They produce. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do as humans. Look, see? Everyone looks at, oh, your car and this and that. No, we do a lot of this stuff too. We do a lot of green, okay? See? We do a lot more than... Can't stop nature. Earth always takes itself back. I've said this many times. The Earth always finds itself... itself or returns to itself, always. We could do whatever we want on this planet. In 2,000 years, if we're gone... The Earth will be complete vegetation. There would be no remnants of a city, nothing. Nobody would even know we were here 2,000 years from now if things started to go downhill real fast. And we ended up taking ourselves out because we're idiots. And guess what? It looks bad. It looks bad. But 2,000 years ago, it won't look like nothing, because it'll look like we're never here. VC is asking me if I could get Greta on the show. Just a quick note to say how much I love my Mike in the Night nights. I have worn them out twice, and everyone compliments. Oh, VC bought tights from Mike in the Night, and I've worn them out twice, and everyone compliments me on them. Just see, yeah, that's Mike in the Night, man. That's Mike in the Night. Some random guy from Merritt. I don't even know where Merritt is, somewhere in BC, who's got this show, and, you know, he comes on. Walking Journey in the house. Oh, we got Walking Journey. Hope he's doing it. Hey, congratulations. He has another kid. Woo! All right, number 5. So let's count it down. Number 1, armies of locusts. Number 2, extremely bizarre weather patterns. Number 3, unprecedented flooding. Number 4, major earthquakes. And number 5, unusual volcanic eruptions. Number 6, the CV virus. So we gotta be careful, guys. We gotta be super careful how we say this, because they're taking down channels, guys. I really don't want to get my channel taken down or my videos taken down. VC saying, did I tell you I love my Mike in the Night tights? Yeah, you did. Thank you so much for buying them. Thanks so much for buying them. You should send us photos just to see, like at a pub or something, or at a bar with friends, and show Mike in the Night there. Yeah, we'll call it the cerveza virus. So the cerveza, needless to say, the cerveza outbreak in China has been getting more headlines than anything else on this list. The numbers continue to rise, and many are speculating that this could potentially become the worst global pandemic since the Spanish flu pandemic in 1918. So remember the 1918 Spanish influenza we talked about? Let's see how many people died of that. I think it was 1 out of 3 people on Earth died from that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm dead wrong. I want to see here. Let me see here. Spanish flu. I hate Wikipedia. It's the worst piece of crap. Influenza. Let's see here. Influenza. All right. This is a lot of last affected areas. Aspirin poisoning. Long-term effects. Let's see if it's got a little thing at the beginning here. A blurb. Here we go. Outbreaks, pandemics, treatment types. It's not giving us a... Okay. It infected 500 million people around the world, or about 27% of then the world's population from population of 1,800 or 1,900 million, including the people in remote Pacific Islands and the Arctic. Wow. Hi, I'm in the Arctic, and I'm going to die from influenza, Spanish flu. The death toll is estimated to have been 40 million to 50 million, possibly as high as 100 million. 1 to 5% of the Earth's population at the time. Okay, so I was way wrong. So that would be 1 in 13 or 1 in 14 people died of it on the planet. But I mean, people, hi, I'm in Antarctica. I don't know what I'm doing here in the year 1800, but I'm going to die Spanish flu. Yeah, it wiped out a lot of people. I don't know if it was smallpox. I know the bubonic plague wiped out pretty much a majority of it. Okay. We got the Buccanero virus in the comments there by Leo. We got Brother John. Mike, did you realize how much cursing we do in my hang? No strikes. And then Jeff Salcero says, Mikey. Bob Smither says, Brother John, dislike talk, no crystals and virus. Then we got Aquarius saying possible community transmission in Japan. I think it is. Yeah, that's what's happening. Cerveza is weaponized economy killer. Yeah, look at the price of gold today. Yeah, Spanish flu about 500 million worldwide. Yeah, it was 1 in 13 people. 1 in 13 people died of that thing. All right, so we looked it up here. Here it is. So 500 million people. So people, what this kind of struck me, like you learn something new every day. People even in Antarctica died of this. Even remote Pacific islands, like in Polynesia, Micronesia, Melanesia, like all these weird places, people died of this thing. I mean, I think in the 1800s, I don't think people made their way out to these islands. And even if they could, or they wanted to make their way to these islands, I don't think they could even get to these little micro islands. They don't have like supplies. If you got a ship and you're sailing around, very little supplies. If you have a big ship and you got like a crew on board, I don't think you want to stop in these islands. You want to stop in like bigger countries like Australia or even Timor-Leste or anywhere else, Malaysia, anywhere else, but except, But anyways, in Antarctica, I don't know how could this, like, I don't know. All right, let's look up the CV. Let's see what CV is on right now. Cerveza. Let's see what's happening with the cerveza. All right. So, again, guys, 6-7 weeks into 2020, and we've got everything that could possibly biblically happen that could basically ruin the rest of your life or change the course of humanity in a matter of 6 weeks. CV epidemic keeps growing, but spread in China. Okay, so we got a lot of articles here. Okay, let's look at this one first. Look at this one second. Let's look at this one. And let's visualize the spread. And we are reading the numbers wrong. Okay, so let's start here. Oh, these guys, they want me to spend $14 to read this article. CV, epidemic keeps growing, but spread in China slows. World Health Organization says China's drastic limits on people's movement had helped, but experts caution against predicting that the worst was over. I don't think the worst was over, but look at all these people. It's so dreary and dark. It's worse than Gotham City. Holy crap. Hong Kong, Chinese officials have hailed recent figures as evidence that the spread of CV epidemics have slowed. The World Health Organization officials said on Tuesday that China's strict limits on its people movements have helped. Okay, fair enough. So this is what they're saying. I hope they're right. I really hope they're right about this. China has changed its criteria for diagnosis, prompting a large increase in reported infections and deaths last week. Tests for the virus have not been very accurate, and people who do not seek or receive medical care may not be counted. And that's what we're afraid of. It's taken more lives than we could imagine. CV, 20 times more lethal than the flu. Death toll passes 2,000. Again, guys, I said this is not your typical flu. I've gotten the flu 50 times and maybe 65 times in my entire lifetime. Okay, I'm 41. Probably got the flu sometimes twice in a year, maybe 3 times in a year of my life, right? But I'm still here. But if I got this thing 3 times a year or twice a year in my life, I wouldn't be alive today. We got superhero reviews in the house. We got Layla in the house. We got the Raven in the house, of course. We got Aquarius. People are jumping on to the show tonight. Wow, we got 98 people watching. That's pretty cool. All right. So here it is. So we're looking at this. The director of the Chinese hospital epicenter of the CV outbreak became one of its victims on Tuesday, despite all-out efforts to save his life, Chinese health officials say. So the death came today as Chinese officials released indicating this virus could be 20 times more lethal than the flu. It is. So there it is. USA's got 29 cases here. China, this is still early numbers. Give it let's look at it a year from now, and you guys are going to be like, oh my God, what the heck is going on? And I think this is unstoppable. That's just me. I'm just seeing this. I feel it. There they are. There are people there separated on the trains, keeping away from each other. And then that cruise ship now has exceeded 500 people now. 542 cases. So, pretty lethal. Oh, these guys! All right, let's just... how long can the CV may linger on contaminated surfaces according... Okay, let's look at this. Linger on contaminated surfaces, object infecting people, but some researchers finding clues of studying the elusive behaviors of this. I'm just trying to see how long it lasts on a counter. Because there was some lady that flew into Vancouver recently at YVR, sick as a dog. She told everyone she was sick. She was armed with the flyer, and then she was walking around the airport for 2 hours, touching everything and sneezing and throwing up. And they called her a cab, and she came here to the interior. Oh, word is that a bunch that were on the cruise ship are going to Cornwall, Ontario. Yes! The fifth Buddha says you should have people come on the show to discuss Bible prophecy. It's quite interesting. Yeah, for sure. I'm Roman Catholic, and you know, this plays on our beliefs, right? This is like working on our, you know. Epic View is saying nearly 10K military personnel from 110 nations in Wuhan weeks before the coronavirus outbreak. Also, Epic View, also that 5.0 earthquake, magnitude earthquake that hit the Wuhan disease control center where they test on animals and all that crap. There was a 5.0 magnitude earthquake that hit like 1.5 miles away from that laboratory, whatever you want to call it. Someone's saying I dropped my pocket. All right, let's keep going. Visualizing the spread. So here it is, guys. So a few days later, the number reaches 4,400 and... Okay, I see what they're doing. They're actually breaking it down like this. Okay, China reported its first case on December 31st, 23 days later after the number of cases reached 555. That's more people than U.S. senators and representatives in Congress. Are they saying this thing affects congressmen and senators? Oh my God, this would be good. All right, let's keep going here. And then a few days later, the number of cases reached 4,473. More than the capacity of audience of 3,400 at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles where the Academy Awards was held. Wait, people watch this stuff still, the Academy Awards? They still make movies? Really? I know they still make movies, but I didn't think people cared about this stuff. And then by the end of January, the numbers totaled 9,925, close to the number of spectators of 9,785 of the Temple Diablo Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. Okay, that means that many people would be infected. And that's in the course of how many? End of January. And then, the first 4 days of February, infections jumped to 16,787, nearly the capacity of the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles, 17,500. Okay. And then, by February, the cases could fill Fenway Park in Boston, 37,731. Wow. Imagine, let's just imagine this. Somebody sick with that virus, let's say in December. They didn't know they had it. They flew in. I'm going to go to Massachusetts. I'm going to go catch a game downtown Boston, right? Let's just say they're not playing in December, but I'm saying let's just say they sit in that crowd or a hockey game, a Stanley Cup playoff game or something, right? Or someone come to see their favorite hockey team and they got that many people in a stadium. Imagine how many people could be affected by it if the guy's sneezing everywhere and then he goes and grabs a hot dog that feels better, then drinks a beer, then he goes to the bathroom and throws up, starts touching everybody and everything, you know what I'm saying? Okay, then we have, by the second week of February, we have a total of 45,204, enough to fill Robert F. Kennedy Memorial Stadium in Washington, D.C., 46,000. Wow. And then, by February 14, the number of people infected surpassed the number of seats at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, the site of the 2020 Super Bowl, 65,326. Wow. There it is there, guys. While the rapid infections showed that the virus' remarkable capacity to spread, it's important to note that reported numbers of victims remain relatively low. The disease appears to be deadlier than SARS and other respiratory diseases. So here it is down here. This is what was reported. Guys, this is not transparent. This is what they want us to know. But this is what they're telling us here, kind of like what's going on. Look at that. So they're saying that CV is low for American public infectious disease chief says. And just wash your hands often with water and soap to avoid people who are sick. And you know why a lot of people wear masks? It's not because they want to give the virus to anybody. It's not that. A lot of them wear masks so they don't give themselves the virus by touching themselves or putting their hands on their face or something. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people touch their nose, scratch it, and they don't notice that, right? So that's the visualization of the spread of the CV. Why CV virus numbers are wrong? Numbers have been certainly a certain mystique. They have a precise, exact, sometimes even beyond doubt. But outside the field of pure mathematics, this reputation rarely is deserved. So let's see what they think it is. Incubation periods, diabetes. See if they tell us. Well, we got, 700 million people in quarantine right now. So, that's a lot of people. That's 750 million people in quarantine or self-quarantine is a big deal. Oh, Americans emerging from there. Nebraska doctors are providing patients with, what are they doing? Cough drops? Chicken soup and Tylenol. What if it's old-fashioned chicken soup and Tylenol? Why maybe Americans might be susceptible to this? Because the good old chicken soup and Tylenol. . So, Chris Shaw, I'm starting to hear that it will make men infertile. Well, luckily I had my 3 kids already. It's the 4 horsemen in Revelation and a one world currency. That's correct. The 5th Buddha is in the comments saying. Yep. Yep. Lots of comments, guys. So, guys, if you're listening to this and not watching it, I know a lot of people watch this on replay while they go jogging, but they're listening to it. Come on to the show once in a while and go ahead and to join our chat here. The live chat's doing really well. Guys, I want to thank a lot of people have been sending me artwork. So check this out, guys. This was sent to me for the show, and I've given permission to use it on some of the Mike and the Night swag, guys. Don't forget to, pick something up at the store. And I want to thank our friends, a friend of mine down in Brazil. She keeps sending me cool stuff to throw up for Mike in the Night. And I'm it's good. It's good to be people supporting on every angle of the show. Guys, tomorrow night, don't forget to join us for Trends in the Housing Market, where we discuss the housing trends that's happening. Trends in the Housing Market is the longest housing trends discussion show probably in the history of YouTube ever. We've cranked out more hours of housing discussion in the Commonwealth than anywhere else, guys. We have Steve the Plumber in the house in the comment section. Hopefully we'll get him on the show tomorrow to discuss what's happening with the housing issues that we're dealing with. It's going to be really nice. Woo! All right. Already been speaking for how much time I've been talking here for? An hour. Wow. I've been speaking for a whole hour. Got the kids to bed early tonight. They were tired, so. Yeah, Steve, the stress test has been revised. I noticed that, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Steve, maybe come on the show tomorrow, and we'll talk about the revision of the stress test that's going to destroy a lot of younger families that are going to be mistakenly walking into an absolute financial disaster. All right, let's do this. So let's go back to this. Let's finish this list off that we started here. Oh, little plug. It's been an hour. Guys, go here. You'll see it below. Join the channel. Join right here. $1.99 per month. That's like $1.30 US or less, $1.25 US. Go ahead and join the channel. Donate your $1.25 a month or whatever to the channel. I really appreciate it so much. You have no idea. With my $400 electricity bill, it all helps in the end, right? Guys, don't forget to join. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to get your new Mike of the Night mug. This is the Planner Chaos mug, Mike of the Night, with the red eye there and the barcode above our head. Lots of new stuff. We got Lord Humongous mugs, Raven mugs. We got all kinds of cool stuff. Morning Coffee with Mike mugs, t-shirts, tights. TG, somebody in the comments said that they got their tights and they were wearing them out in a club or something, and they got a lot of compliments. Lots of cool Mike in the Night tights. They actually look pretty good, man. I'm going to get a pair for my wife. There it is. Mike of the Night. Right there. All kinds of cool stuff. Morning Coffee with Mike. I'm going to order in samples for the channel. I just want to finish up on a few more designs. I want to get this towel. Oh, yeah. Look at that. All right. And then you guys could follow me on Instagram. I'll give you my Instagram here live. Here it is, Instagram live. And then there's the, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can. And then we got my Facebook. Guys, if you want to follow me on Facebook, you're very welcome to. And you can message me on Facebook easier than you can on Skype. I only turn on my Skype for the shows. So go ahead and message me on thing. I do update this from time to time, to be honest with you. I'm not really like Johnny on the spot updating this all the time. But I do come on here, put up a few photos and stuff. Here, I'll even put tonight's show on here live. Here, catch this. Not really like Johnny on the spot. So we'll put that, and then we'll put this on my Facebook, and we'll post it right now that we are live. So we get a few more people join the show tonight. So if you guys want to join Mike in the Night, Today's a special, and I'm going to tell you why I'm doing the show tonight. I'll tell you straight up why. I'm doing the show tonight for all the channel sponsors, all the people that joined the channel. I'm doing this for you guys. Once in a blue moon, I'm going to do a channel sponsor random show, right? And I'm going to be doing live shows. Looks like I'm going to be going to the Philippines. And when I do go, I'm going to have a good time. And I'm going to make sure I'll do Mike in the Night. We'll stream it. But we won't have call-ins. But I'll be at places. So I can be showing you guys stuff. Kind of Mike in the Night on the road. I think that'll be really good, actually. I think that'd be a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? So we got Metal World in the comments. Yeah, all kinds of cool people. We got LGV7V in the comments saying, greetings, people kind. Yeah, people kind is important, guys. People kind, you know, I want to go to People Toba one day and kind of enjoy myself in People Toba. Because there's so much to do in People Toba. All right. We needed yeah, Steve the Plumber mug. I'll do an STP mug. Yeah, I'll do that one. I'll work on that one this week so I can get in some samples in for the show. Someone's saying I need to wear and model my tights. Something happening on the railroad. Steve the Plumber. So maybe we get Steve the Raven on the show to ask us what's happening with that railroad there. All right, guys, let's continue. Let's go back here. Let's continue with our list here. Okay, where did we get to? Okay, we just passed CV. We're moving to number 7. So let's do the countdown again. So these are the top 10 plagues that are hitting our planet simultaneously. We're 6 weeks into... we are 6 weeks into the year, 7 weeks into the year. And I'm just fathomed. I can't believe what is happening. So here it is. 10 plagues that are hitting our planet simultaneously. So we started with armies of locusts. Number 2, extremely bizarre weather patterns. Number 3, unprecedented flooding. Number 4, major earthquakes. Number 5, unusual volcanic eruptions. Number 6, the CV virus. Number 7, the African swine flu. African swine fever is number 7. Okay. Oh, I see why I said it, because it says swine flu down here. Okay. The African swine fever is different from the H1N1 swine flu. Oh my God. Okay. Pig Ebola has already wiped out of millions upon millions of pigs in China, and now it's, okay, well, let's look this up. Millions of pigs in China, and now spread in now more than 40 countries. The price of pork is absolutely skyrocketing in China right now, and to help fill the demand, the Chinese are increasingly importing pork from the U.S., say sources. Tyson Foods, Inc. says it's started to see benefits of the African swine fever outbreak in China, which includes 600% year-over-year increases in pork orders to China in the fiscal first quarter. So let's take a look at this thing. Oh, little guy sleeping. Pig Ebola is now running wild in Indonesia, and it has already killed about 1/4 of the world's pigs. So the global pig population is being absolutely decimated by a disease that does not have a cure. African swine fever, also commonly referred to as pig Ebola, is raging out of control in dozens of countries all over the globe. It has a mortality rate of close to 100%. Wow! Hey, I'm gonna get pig Ebola today and I'm gonna die tomorrow. Really? You're serious? 100%? And once it hits an area, even the pigs that are able to survive the disease are killed off in order to prevent it from spreading elsewhere. Unfortunately, the African swine fever just continues to pop up in more locations, as you will see below. It is sweeping across. Okay, let's go. Let's see a map here. No map. So where is it hitting here? Where is it hitting? I just saw South Korea. South Korea, North Korea. 50 countries, including China, Belgium, Slovakia, Cambodia, North Korea, South Korea, Vietnam, and the Philippines. Man, that sucks. All right, let's keep going here. Tyson says pork exports to China soared nearly 600% in first quarter after swine fever outbreak. All right, this is by Tanya Garcia. So here it is. Tyson's Food is looking at a little bit of a drop in its share price there. Burger King's plant-based Impossible Whopper saw sales growth decelerate in the fourth quarter. Who's going to buy a plant-based Impossible Whopper? Who would buy something like that? Tyson also anticipates the double the demand for chicken in China. Chicken in China, Chinese chicken. So Tyson says, so there you go. Someone's making money off this. And pig Ebola. All right, let's move on here. Number 8, the H1N1 swine flu. Unlike the African swine fever, the H1N1 swine flu can actually kill humans. In fact, it has already killed more people outside of China than the CV virus outbreak has. For instance, 13 people in Taiwan died from the virus in 1 week alone. You gotta be kidding me. Why is this all happening now? Oh, she's got nice eyes. All right, let's go here. Swine flu, all you need to know about the H1N1 influenza. Swine flu is highly contagious respiratory infection caused... Oh, go figure. It's respiratory too. All right. Swine flu, H1N1, is highly contagious respiratory infection caused by a type of influenza A viruses in humans. It has been named so as people who work near pigs or in close contact with them were seen getting infected by this disease. However, over the years, reports of H1N influenza have been reported in people who weren't anywhere near pigs. It was also declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization in the year 2009, and it was spreading aggressively back then. So here are the signs and symptoms. High fever, sore throat, headaches, chills, muscle pain, fatigue, vomiting, nausea, and diarrhea. How come they're not showing the picture of diarrhea, but they show vomiting? Prevention methods. Wash your hands. And that's what they say. I bought a whole bunch of Purell hand sanitizer. I bought a whole bunch of wipes. I know that doesn't kill, but it helps. It kind of helps, and it promotes my children into learning to clean their hands. Yeah, Jake Morin in the house saying they seem to be respiratory in nature. So prevention methods. Wash your hands. Sanitize frequently. Touch surfaces. Avoid contact with sick people. Stay home if you feel sick. Keep alcohol-based sanitizers handy. And that's what I did. I got a bunch of pocket ones and a bunch of big ones I could keep refilling, the little ones. Vaccination and wearing a mask. Wearing a mask will reduce the chances of contracting the swine flu. So when should you see a doctor if you're pregnant? Well, I hope you see a doctor if you're pregnant anyways. Not if you think you have the swine flu, but I think you should see a doctor if you're pregnant, right? Have chronic illness or compromised immune system, you should visit a doctor right away if you're experiencing signs of the flu. Oh my God, really? All right. Okay. Number 9. Oh, we got a bird one too? All right, let's go back to the countdown list. Number 1. So these are the top 10 plagues that are hitting our planet simultaneously. Let me jump over to comments real quick here. The Ravens in the house. We got Jake Morin saying hand sanitizer is always a good idea, I think. Yeah, it's good. It's better than having nothing. Tig is saying no to vaccines. LG477V saying go Gusher, guys. It's significant, not religious. It's scientific, not religious. And then Overpower Lord 1984 is saying cable went up $10 this year. Was 102, now it's 112. Who says inflation is 2%? More like 10. That's right. Overpower Lord knows what he's talking about. Yeah, and look at the price of housing go up 26% in like 2 years. What do you think is going to happen? And then Tig is saying just spirits or rubbing alcohol on hands is good. Yeah. You know what I did, guys? You know those big pack of wipes with they're already moist? I bought one of those, opened it, I pulled the tab, like the thing that comes when it seals, and I poured like a quarter of a bottle of 100% rubbing alcohol in it, shook it, put it upside down, did this for a couple of minutes, and flipped it over, and then came back, flipped it over. And now when you pull them out, they smell like rubbing, strong, potent. And that's what I'm going to start doing, rubbing stuff as I go. Like, I'm going to eat somewhere at a restaurant. Like the other day, I pulled it out, wiped down the tables for my kids. Yeah, I use Lysol. That's what Jake Marin's saying. I got the Lysol wipes too. I bought them already in those big cans, so I could take with me to the Philippines. And we got LG7 says, bought Barrick Gold last week. No, I bought a bunch of El Dorado last week at $8 and something cents. It's around almost $9.50 today. So, yeah. So here we go. Back to the 10 plagues that are hitting our planet simultaneously. Number 1, armies of locusts. Number 2, extremely bizarre weather patterns. Number 3, unprecedented flooding. Number 4, major earthquakes. Number 5, unusual volcanic eruptions. Number 6, CV virus. Number 7, the African swine flu. Number 8, the H1N1 swine flu. Number 9, the bird flu. Who would have thought? The bird flu. H5N1. This strain of bird flu caused massive global scare a number of years ago and now is experiencing a stunning resurgence. China had killed thousands of chickens so far, and experts are warning this outbreak could just be getting started. You gotta be joking, man. Here it is. Worldgrain.com. Corona, I almost said it. CV H5N1 impacting China's poultry sector. Poultry farmers in Hubei province have had to destroy thousands of young chickens due to the lack of feed caused by transportation restrictions amid the CV outbreak, Reuters reported on February 13. The government said that it's responded by selling 1.3 million tons of corn to feed processing companies in the country's southern provinces to ensure their raw material supply. A total of 23 feed providers and CV epicenters Hubei province engaged in the corn auction, according to the National Development of Reform Commissions. So this is actually a huge deal, guys. Wow. So let's keep reading what this thing says here. All right. Killed thousands of chickens so far, and experts are warning that this outbreak could be just getting started. China also is reportedly dealing with an outbreak of a deadly H5N1 bird flu in chickens in the Hunan province and other borders. The province where the CV emerged, according to the South China Morning Post. As of February 1st, local authorities culled 17,828 poultry after the H5N1 outbreak, according to a statement by China's Minister of Agricultural Rural Affairs. Man, I don't want to be one in power. I would not want to be sitting on the throne right now with all this happening. Luckily, I think our grand leader here is in the Bahamas or in the Caribbean somewhere. I'm not sure where he is, but, you know. Someone's asking if this is a replay. No, Den, it is not a replay. It's a very special edition of Mike in the Nights that I'm doing for our sponsors of the channel. So join the channel, support the channel, and you'll see more Mike in the Night. All right, I'm just reading the comments, guys. All right. Need to send a special shout out to Manuela and Tanya, who are watching this transmission in northern Portugal on vacation from Ireland. Okay, and then we got Winston, who's watching this in South Dakota. Mike in the Night, I love it, man. This is a great idea. I love your show. I'll call in sometime when I could contribute to the discussion at hand. Okay? Yeah, you can't type on a replay. If it's a replay, you can't add a comment on a replay. Yes, replays have live chats, but they're you can't add to the live chat. It's just there on the side. Woo! Guys, don't forget, Thursday night we're going to have a chat room going in. This little thing. We're going to have like a 10-hour like sleep well video with either rain or something happening on the channel, and you could sleep with it if you want, or you guys could chat, because we had the Raven on last Thursday, we had Supreme Cannon on last Thursday, we had, I think it was Tig Nim on there, I think David Xavier was on here, well, everybody was on here chatting last Thursday. I jumped in every hour to see what everyone was up to. Okay, guys, number 10, the H5N8 bird flu. Wow. So 6 weeks, 7 weeks into 2020, and then like this, watch. It's like put up your dukes. This strain is different from the H5N1. Of course it is different. Do you think it's going to be the same? Bird flu, but many believe that it is even more frightening. It has started to pop up in numerous places around the globe, and experts were really surprised when it recently made an appearance in Germany. Alemania. Let's see what's going here in Alemania here. Country reports outbreak of H5N8 bird flu in backyard poultry. Oh, someone's barbecuing and they had it or something? What is this? Germany has reported an outbreak of a highly pathogenic H5N8 bird flu virus in a backyard. In southwestern part in the country, the World Organization for Animal Health, OIE, said on Monday. The virus killed 44 birds out of a flock of 69 in Berchtesfeld and Baden-Württemberg region. The Paris-based OIE said, citing the report from Germany Food and Agriculture Minister, all poultry and captive birds have been called for safety to dispose on February 7, 2020. No poultry products, or captive birds have been dispatched, it said in the report. Okay, a case of H5N8 bird flu had been confirmed in a wild bird eastern state of, we heard this. What does this stuff do to you? What does this do to you? What does this do to you? Let me guess. Flu-like symptoms? It's an influenza A virus. H5N8 is a subtype of influenza A virus, although is considered one of the less pathogenic subtypes for humans. It is beginning to become more pathogenic, previously been used in the place of highly pathogenic H1N1 studies. Oh, man. Okay, so Saudi Arabia is reporting this a few days ago. Saudi Arabia reports H5N8 bird flu on farm. Highly pathogenic avian H5N8 influenza virus should be. Where's this one at? So this one's popping up in a few countries too. But what does it do to you? What is this? Symptoms. Okay. For most part, the symptoms of the H5N8 virus are respiratory. Yeah! Like everything else on this damn list. The common symptoms are flu-like, fever, chills, headache, coughing, and weakness. Conjunctivitis reportedly has been associated with the virus, as well as when farmed poultry and confirmed as having the virus. The farm will call the birds. This way the virus will hopefully not be passed along to the public. However, neighboring farms and area wildlife must also be tested also. So now let me ask you guys a question. So how do you know if your bird has this? What, you just see a bunch of them dead and you automatically call somebody to investigate to see if it's a big deal or if they just died of natural causes? Like, how do people track this stuff? You know, like, how do you know? Some guy's backyard has one of those big things full of birds, right? There's a whole bunch of them here in Merritt, in town. So those are the top 10. Let's go over them again. It's all... Can you remember a time when we have been hit by a crisis after crisis after crisis like this all at once? 2020 has certainly started off with a quite a bang, and many expect global events to continue to accelerate. So hold your hats, because things are likely to get crazier in the months ahead. Oh man, really? 6 weeks, 7 weeks into the year, and we're already dealing with this? All right, let's go over the list again. Top 10 plagues that are hitting our planet. Oh, we forgot famine. We're going to look up famine. I know we're going to hit for some famine some places. So here it is. Number 1, armies of locusts. Those photos, if you go back to the beginning of the video, were crazy. Extremely bizarre weather patterns. That's really weird too. And then we got that red mold, or the red seaweed algae in the south of Florida there. Extremely bizarre weather patterns, unprecedented flooding, major earthquakes, unusual volcano eruptions, the CV virus, the African swine flu, the H1N1 swine flu, the H5N1 bird flu, and the H5N8 bird flu. Wow. I love it. Ooh, what's this? Pay $2,500? Available now. Pay $2,500 to be told you're a racist. I'm not even going to read that. I'll probably get my channel shut right down. So, let's see if, I don't know if the Raven, are you working? Raven, are you there, buddy? Are you drunk? Are you working? Where is he? I gotta add you to my favorites again, man. Never mind. He's calling me. Raven, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Just taking her easy.
I decided to do a good a show tonight. I got the kids early to bed tonight, and I don't know. I just felt like doing something for my. I think I just reached 21 members on the channel, and that's good. Everyone pays a small subscription, but that keeps it going. You know, my $400 electricity bill.
What about that gold price, eh?
I know.
Hits 1608.15.
Yeah, and silver was $18 and something.
Yeah, you know what, silver, remember when silver was running before, a few months back?
Yeah.
There was that one day silver ran a whole dollar in one day.
Yeah. Huh?
I think that'll happen again here if we can get something going. But I think it was 2013 the last time silver closed over 16, wasn't it?
Yes.
It hit 16. It hit 16.13 last year, but I don't think it closed there. I think it went up and ran back down below 16.
Well, we're pulling 18s today, so I already had a lot of automotive trades today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had a lot of automotive trades made today when I was in bed because the market opened early, and I think gold must have just hit the roof once the market opened because of the huge sell-offs on the in stocks, right?
Yeah,
or people looking for a safe haven.
Yeah, I used to day trade gold a lot every day, in and out, in it. I would be too worried about day trading this market. What if it takes off on you? I would be sitting and holding right now. I wouldn't be in and out. There's nothing. I was day trading when there was no news.
No,
a little bit of this.
I don't day trade. I pick up a huge chunk of a miner, and then I program to sell half of it at a nice lump profit, and then keep the other half, and then if it takes off, then maybe start partitioning it out.
I don't think I would be selling any of it ever. ever. Don't ever sell your gold.
No,
That's
I'm
not something
stocks.
you're
I'm
ever
saying
going to sell.
stocks.
Yeah, I know. But that's coiled to the gold price. Don't sell that.
Hmm.
I don't think they're not going to solve any of their monetary policy. Like gold's where you want to be. I wouldn't be selling any of it ever. That'd be a retirement, man. I would be like, I plan on putting everything into, well, I'm not all in gold, but I'm going into cryptos here again. So that's where I'm going to be putting some more. But
Are you
gold,
pulling an
silver,
AMTV on us?
no, no. Bitcoin rich, yeah. No, I got enough silver. I'm not touching any more silver. I'm overweighted in silver. But gold, I want to go in the juniors, and I might do a little bit of silver. I might do silver wheaton, but a little bit of Bitcoin on a hard wallet, a little bit of Bitcoin, some EOS, some Ethereum. There's a couple select ones that I'm going to hold for a long time. We're in the ground level of the cryptos. So if they don't, if they're not going to ban them and just let us use central bank cryptos, well, maybe there's a chance they won't ban them, and we can, it's worth throwing some money in those cryptos because you can get 100 times, 100 bagger on those. And then gold. I think gold's where you want to be. Everything I do now is going to be mostly for putting in gold, like physical and the TSFA, and that would be about it. I'm going to load up a TSFA and gold juniors and physical gold maples is what I'm looking at. That's where I'm focusing right now.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be selling any gold. I would never be selling it.
Well, I'm buying back other companies. I'm not just selling it and just holding on to money. I'm actually looking at other junior miners and silver miners, and there's already 2 stocks that I have my eye on. If I do two auto trades tomorrow while I'm sleeping, I got 2 other stocks I'm jumping in tomorrow. Right?
That's risky. That's risky.
Hey,
Very
I thought
risky.
we were friends.
There's 1,500 gold mines. There might be 50 that are worth buying. You're jumping in and out. That's risky.
I'm talking about juniors, dude.
Yeah, I know. Juniors, very risky.
I picked
They're
up. You know what?
risky
I picked up El Dorado at $8 and change. It's
Those are good. Those are, yeah. What's that one? I buy gold. What's it called? We gold.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of it. It's a good one. El Dorado. There's lots of little good juniors. When I was in there, there's tons of little good ones, but I think I would like that Great Bear Resources. Why couldn't we get in that at 10 cents? It's what, over $8 now?
I know we could be. Yeah.
Oh, I know. There's plays to make. You're not going to get this opportunity again. Not like we're going to get. You're not going to get the complete reversal of a monetary system from being in like equities and all that, for that to be dissolving and going into hard tangible assets, and the value that you're going to gain off that big of a, it's like, you can go 80 years taking the stairs with your equities, or you can go a year to 3 years taking the elevator, with your hard assets. The amount of thrust behind these investments, you're not going to get that. Your grandchildren will see it, but you're never going to see this again.
We got somebody in the comments. Guys, remember, we don't do any...
we
just discuss. We're not giving you any advice. We're just talking here like human beings. All we're doing is talking here. So somebody in the comments says to buy Franco-Nevada Corp FNV. And that one is projected to go pretty high. It's 52-week low of $69. Now it's at 52-week high. It's seen a 52-week high of 117. So it looks like it's going to hit its high again.
That's pretty high. What's the value of that stock? 117.
Yeah, it was once
that's true. Like the gains. What are the gains on 117?
Yeah, that's why I bought 30. That's why I buy stuff like what's that gold that silver company I keep buying and selling every week. Bayshore.
They're paying dividends. They're paying dividends too now. The gold mines. Some of them are paying dividends. $1 a share. I was watching it the other day. It's unbelievable. If you can get dividends off a gold mine, wow. Not a lot of them are paying that.
My Bayhorse silver that I invest in,
yeah.
I bought a bunch of it back at 8 cents.
Penny stock, eh?
Yeah,
penny stock.
Yeah, I bought it at 8 cents. It's at 10. It's up 5.26% today.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of stocks that I have,
those penny stocks, man, you hit a penny stock. I've hit penny stocks before. I had a little oil penny stock. I made 23,000 in one day, and I sold it right away. And then I lost it all on another oil stock. You know, but it's what happens. But I'll tell you, those penny stocks, highly addictive, man. When you start getting those, because your gains off like $5,000 or $10,000 can be just like a 10 bagger right away. You know, it's unbelievable. We're in the environment for penny stocks to give you 10 baggers.
Raven, there's another one. I'm recommending Avino silver and gold mines. Avino, it's at 72 cents. It had a high of $1.07.
Yeah. When I'm fully ready to pull the trigger on my TSFAs and all that, I go into a super research mode on my stocks. I go through a lot of analysts, what they're saying and everything, and I try to make my best guess, and I'm not coming out of those stocks. When I go in, I'm staying in those stocks. I'm not coming out. That's going to be for years as we watch them pump money, helicopter money, and we watch the value of gold go through the roof. I'm going to hold on to those stocks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's I wish I bought more gold. I got about 40 ounces. I was buying it at $1,400 an ounce, and I think the most I paid was 1,800 Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish I had more gold. I need more gold.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to go through the roof. Could take another year, 3 years, but it's going to go through the roof. You're looking at $1,000. What's a Canadian? 21.50 an ounce.
Yeah, it's like 22.75 Australian.
And what's silver? $24.28 asking price with a $3 premium. You're looking at 27.28 for an ounce. To go buy 1 ounce silver, 27.20, hasn't even taken off yet.
No,
it's sitting there. Silver's gold's going to cost you. Hey, people are all of a sudden going to say, I can't afford that gold coin. That's too much money. $2,200. I'm going to go buy silver. I can buy 80 ounces of silver, 85 ounces of silver. I'm going to go buy that. When that money starts flooding the silver, she's going to catch back up the gold. She was up way more than gold today. I think 2.5%.
If you want to get a respectable ratio, silver should be sitting at least, I know it's going to sound really out there, but like at least $180 an ounce.
Sure. Even higher.
No, but I'm getting very, very conservative price, like 120 to 180 an ounce. Very conservative.
Look at palladium's at what? Almost $2,600. It went up 145 or 180 bucks
yesterday. It's
hit its
all-time high, didn't
something
it, today?
Crazy. Yeah. Everything's hitting its all-time high. Gold hit its all-time high in Europe, in the euro this week. You know, it's not going to stop. How much money are they going to have to spend on the Cerveza? You know, how much money are they going to have to spend? China's going to have to bail out everything. It's a winning trade. You know, like you're not going to go wrong holding metals, any kind of stock in metals. The physical metal, you hold that. If you got money to put away and you're looking at investments, I feel sorry with people with RRSPs. What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Your RRSPs are going to evaporate like water on a hot day on the cement. Gone. It's going to evaporate. That's a no-brainer, man. That's just, it's going to evaporate. Look at the system. If you understand the system, see the problems that they put on the system. Mm-hmm. Green corruption, guess what? They're going to be extremely powerful and rich when this all comes. They're going to own everything. They're going to take all your houses. They're going to take everything. They're going to own it all. So you better try and figure out how you're going to own some of it. Mm-hmm. Very powerful after this. And that's what that guy said in the comments section about infertility. I never seen that story. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm going to look on Google here right away.
You got to catch up on this, for Mike in the Night.
You know what? Trust me. I've had a couple days here. It was a 12-hour days of reading, 12 hours. And that's more than one day in a row. I'm like, oh, my God, my eyes are going to fall out. But
do you ever watch replays of Mike in the Night when you're bored?
Yes, I do. Well, no, I listen to the odd, like today I was walking the dog and I put on a morning coffee with Mike.
Oh, okay.
That's what I did. And I was walking the dog at the dog park, right? I don't want to walk with Mike in the Night because I can't read the comments. I like the comments. They're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
There's really good comments, man. Yeah, there's good comments. And some stuff I'm like, wow, I didn't even think of that. Like today, that infertility, that's got me just thinking, that's something that they would design into the Cerveza so that it can help them monitor and control their population. Because I always say it's about population, right? And that makes sense. That totally makes sense. It's just like them burning money. They want to go digital. They'll say that money transmits the disease.
Globetrotter, Mike. Globetrotter Mike is saying they offered me 2 points on 10K in the bank. I put it in Bitcoin, and guess what? So, okay, 2 points on 10 large. That's
It's a joke.
It's a joke. That's nothing. That's at the end of the year. What? That's like what? $200?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $200 in VIG. That's not a lot of VIG. That's not vigorish. 2 points, man. This isn't even hedge inflation, dude.
No, inflation's like
3.5.
Where's inflation? 10%.
Yeah, it doesn't even hedge against inflation. 2% VIG. Man, I know mobsters that give the I don't know. Anyways, okay, continue.
Yeah, what's VIG? VIG is the difference that mobsters would get on the return of their bet, isn't it? That's what VIG is. A slang term, eh?
VIG, yeah. You know, when something's vigorish, like you're paying a lot of VIG on that.
Whatever. Yeah, that came from the mobsters. The bank, the bookies. The bookies put that term out. That was for it's the return on the percentage of return they get on a bet.
Right. Well, it can mean on
it's like interest.
Money lent too.
It's slang for interest. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's slang for interest.
Yeah, I say that all the time. I don't know if you've heard me on other shows, even on trends in the housing market.
The other day say VIG.
Huh?
There's something about condos or something. You were saying VIG.
Yeah, you're paying. That one guy that was paying 7.8% on his mortgage because he couldn't get a first mortgage with his original lender at the bank, so he had to pay
He couldn't. Yeah, he couldn't get an A lender.
So he got 7.5% VIG. He's paying. That's a lot of. That's a. We call it VIG, undercurrent or juice.
Juice.
Yeah, like I'm paying 4% juice on that.
Yeah, I went to the dentist today. He said to me, he goes, "You want some more juice?" I said, "No, I'm okay." That's what he said to me. "You want some more juice?"
Yeah, you want some more juice?
Yeah, I got the juice. That's what he said.
Yeah. So I'm going to order a bunch of stuff for the show, samples, T-shirts and stuff.
You know
what
you need?
Get a few more designs out there this week.
There's been an outcry, and I don't think you've seen it in the comments section. People are demanding. They're demanding a Layla mug.
Yeah, I can make a Layla mug, sure.
Yeah, that's your best female guest that you have on.
Wait, are you assuming her gender?
You know what? I'm gonna just I'll just call her there. No, she's definitely female.
Yeah. So we got Blunt News laughing. We got a lot of people laughing in the comments there. You guys, we got to be able to joke. We got to tell, once in a blue moon, we got to tell a rabbi and a priest joke, you know? I mean, we got to make this like, we should call this 1984 discussion panel. And we pretend and we talk like we're still in 1984, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you also got to watch what they're going to do to your channel when you start saying stuff like that too, even if it is a joke, eh? The unicorns, they get upset, right?
Oh, they start panicking, right?
Yeah, you got to be very careful.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get a Supreme Cannon mug made. Every time I make Supreme Cannon mug, look, I'll even show you guys. I have a nice little cutout of a cannon. You see that right there on my desktop? Let me open it like as an image. Look, I even cut out a little cannon. So it goes on, and then I even put the word Supreme above, and then the little cannon below it. So it doesn't say the word cannon. And they still flag the mug as dangerous.
It's the cannon. STP will be a good one.
Yeah, Steve the Plumber will be fine. Steve the Plumber.
You could have a lot of fun doing that one.
But I'm pretty choked that they're... Yeah, Supreme Cannon. Supreme Cannon just got here. Look, Supreme Cannon. Look, this is one of the mugs I made you. Mugs I made for you. I cut this out. I took my time. I cut out the background. I put it on the mug, and then I put Supreme like going this way, like Supreme going above the way it's angled upward, and I put Supreme in really cool letters. But I didn't write Cannon on it. I just put the image of the cannon, and it flagged it as dangerous.
Did you put Supreme? You didn't put the cannon word?
No, I just put a picture of the cannon below.
I wonder. That's just so weird.
It is. I have all the emails. I could forward them to you guys. You guys can see them.
It totally sucks though. Like, how do you get around that?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah, that
know.
really
I've
sucks.
tried like 7 times.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, your mug is fine. Your mug is perfect.
Yeah, no one cares about a bird on a bunch of skulls and a bunch of dead humans. Yeah.
All
Oh
right,
yeah,
here, guys.
Trump
This is what the
is
shop
dead.
looks like here. Hold on, give me a sec here. So you go up to the top. You click on here. You can click here if you want on the description of the video. Teespring merchandise. Go here, guys. Pick up your swag. If you're gonna buy a T-shirt, buy one from a local YouTuber. Don't give the money to Walmart. Here it is. So we got the Raven mugs right here. We got Morning Coffee with Mike. We got two Lord Humongous one. We got one in pink for Lord Humongous. The pink one looks pretty cool. And a lot of this has been artwork that's been donated to the channel, Raven. Like, did you see this Mike in the Night last week? I call this picture Planner Chaos.
And that girl picture you had on there.
Yeah, with the red eye, right? And then she has the barcode above her eyebrow.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. I'm going to get a mug. I already got a mug made with her. And then there's the mug right here. I got a mug made, and I got it looks really nice. And I got stickers made for like $3 a sticker.
No baseball caps.
They have to be embroidered, and I have to pre-order. Like, I will get them, but I don't think no one's gonna buy it. Like, people like that usually watch this channel. I checked my analytics are from like 29 to like 57.
How many Raven mugs have you sold?
I don't know. You know what? Lord Humongous asked me how many Lord Humongous mugs have I sold. I don't know. It doesn't tell me what's sold. It's telling me that things are selling, but it doesn't tell me what's sold, which I hope they could incorporate in this software so I could see. There's a Lord Humongous mug. This is a nice one. Look at the back. Somebody donated this artwork. Gold and silver is real money. Lord Humongous. But the Raven ones are nice. I'm going to get one of each.
My friend told me he ordered 5 of them.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he order one of each? Like 2 of each and 3 of the other
two of
one?
each. He ordered 2 of each and then one of just one of them. But I know he got 2 of each.
Because they're really nice. Did he tell you they're nice? Did he see them?
Well, I don't think he's got them yet.
Oh, okay. They'll come in a couple of days. There's Morning Coffee with Mike. Anytime is coffee time. This Mike in the Night one's good too. This one here with the city. So people have been sending me artwork all the time. Says, here, put this on your tights. Here, Mike, throw this on your thing. Here, Mike, throw this on your, And people in the comments says, a couple of women commented saying, I got your tights, Mike. They look really nice. I've been getting a lot of comments on them. I went out to the bar. Yeah. So, anyways, continue, Raven.
Have you gotten Rosie a pair of those tights?
I am. I'm going to order for her to wear at the Philippines when we go to the Philippines.
Have you seen anybody wearing them?
No.
Besides yourself in the mirror?
Woo!
I know that's your torso in the picture.
Yeah, that's sexy, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's funny. I see those tights at the mall all the time. They sell them in the kiosk there.
Okay, Tignim says, can you do a Supreme Cannon mug in Portuguese? I tried it in Portuguese, I tried it in Spanish, and I even tried it in Japanese text.
That's just weird. It's that word cannon, I bet. It's got to be.
No, but there's some mug. I made a mug without the word cannon in it.
But with a picture of a cannon.
Right, but it's saved. The picture is saved as 8450548 dash. Huh?
Have you tried it with just Supreme Cannon, no picture?
I've tried everything.
And just with a cannon with no Supreme? Like just every angle you've tried it.
I've tried it. I've tried it in multiple languages.
I don't know what to tell you. That sucks.
Like, if you live close to me, I'd say, come by the shop. I'll show you. You can sit beside me. I'll design it. I'll make it. I'll show you. And then you'll look at it and you'll say, okay, this looks okay. Go ahead, submit it. I submit it and it gets declined right away. That it's considered dangerous.
How long does it take to know it's declined?
It tells you immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Every other thing I made on the channel is fine. There's no problems with it. Yeah, Blunt News is saying Supreme is a brand name. It is.
You know what? Canon's a brand name too. You're using two brand names.
Oh, I never thought of that because they said I'm using copyrighted language or something.
That's it.
No, but if I
Who
put
cares?
Supreme in Spanish, it's completely different.
And Lord
Supremo
Humongous
Cañón.
is a character from the Road Warrior. You know, but if it's not a copyright name, I don't think.
No, but Lord Humongous is a name in a guy from a movie.
Yeah, in the Road Warrior. But I don't think it's copyrighted. But Supreme and Canon, like Canon copiers, yeah, they probably got some heavy duty stuff that you can't use that in anything.
Unless I tried it in Japanese characters to make it look cool and then put a little picture of a cannon below it, but it just doesn't let me do it.
Yeah, that's just I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Mike. That sucks. What are you gonna do? Your main guest can't have a mug.
Unless I call it, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think. What he said Supreme said he might come and visit me this weekend. So if he does,
Can't change his name.
well, no, he's been Supreme Canon for years.
I know. That's what I said. You can't change your name. You got to figure something out. What if you sold a little tiny toy cannon?
They have to make it for me. They make it for me, right? So,
I don't know.
guys, I'm gonna put a link for the store in the comments if you guys want to join or pick up something. Send me a picture with you guys with it. You know what I'm saying? Spell it out Morse code. Yeah, Pseudo scientist saying only in China you could steal intellectual property.
You know what? I got it, Mike. I got it.
What is it?
Wheel of Fortune. Put it on like that. With the letters missing, but you know what it is.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, just like that. You know what I mean? You're going to have to do it sneaky like that. That's a good idea. Looks like a Wheel of Fortune board. You know, S space P, you know, something like that. Where you can easily know what it says. But
yeah,
there's
that's
no
pretty
copy.
good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll probably do that tomorrow when I'm at the shop. What do I got planned for the shop tomorrow? Nothing. I got nothing going on.
Just spell it out. Take away whatever words you want out of the blocks. Figure it out.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Pill Gary is showing it. Yeah, and so is Ryan. Ryan's showing us a different way of doing it too. Interesting. Very interessante.
Anyway, you should maybe give Supreme a call and get his 2 cents there, what he feels.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give him a 10-minute plug but a real 10-minute plug, not 2 hours this time.
Yeah.
It's 8:49. Anyways,
what's your show on Saturday?
I don't know. I really don't know. All my Saturday shows have been flagged for the last 2 months. So all my Mike in the Nights are flagged. So I'm not getting any revenue on those shows.
Well, and the reason being?
CV.
What you're talking. Yeah. Cerveza. That's it. Cerveza. That's all you say in that room, on the audio. You say cerveza. That's it.
Cerveza.
Nothing else. Cerveza. Everybody knows what you're talking about. Cerveza. That's it. There's other shows doing that.
Yeah, we should do the pipeline protest, says Blunt News. Because I heard half of the people that are protesting, they don't even know if they're tricking or treating. They have no idea what they're protesting.
We're running traffic over here. People are going to work here, yeah. But I haven't been there in almost a month. I'm going inside. I'll see what's going on. I'll be back Saturday night.
All right. Okay, keep us posted on that, and yeah, we'll talk soon. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Ciao. That is the Raven, two-time world champion. Let's get Supreme on and see what the heck he's up to tonight. See if he's
Mikey.
What's up, brother?
Oh, this and that, you know.
So you saw the types of ways I try to make you that mug, right?
Oh yeah, no, God Almighty! Of all the names I could have picked, that was probably the worst one. Eh?
No,
The
it's
whole
not the
thing is
worst
probably
one. Look, I
copyrighted.
even made this mug. You see the mug. You see, I even cut this cannon out.
Yeah.
Like I've tried everything. So I cut this cannon on so I wouldn't write cannon on the mug, and I wrote
Yeah.
the word Supreme above it, going like kind of like horizontally upwards.
Yeah,
And it looks
yeah.
so cool. It looks so cool on
It
black.
looks pretty good. Yeah.
It looked good, and it wouldn't accept it.
Would they let you put that big railroad gun on without the words on it?
Nope, I tried that too.
It just wasn't happening, eh?
Nothing was happening with that, and
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I'll scratch my head over it too.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'm
If
almost
you come and
almost
see me,
definitely
you can sit
being on
next to me, and I
Saturday.
can show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. So what do you think of this artwork that's being sent to the channel?
Pretty cool stuff, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is all like people are sending me this like, hey, I made this. It's on a pin rest, but I'm giving it to you like if you want to use it for your channel. It's like, wow. Thank
They're
you.
great. It's futuristic, it's sleek, it's sexy, it's all those things, right? But it's also, a little bit dystopian, which kind of is like the times we live in too. So, yeah, no, it's completely appropriate. I
love it.
dig all your artwork. I like your Mike in the Night graphics too that you've got on the yoga pants and the all that stuff too. Yeah, the tapestries.
Yeah, the
That looks
tapestry. I
pretty
got a
good.
tapestry, dude.
You do. You have a wall hanging. Absolutely. No, it's great.
So did you catch? You didn't jump into the show earlier when we talked about the top 10 plagues that we're getting hit with already in 6 weeks into the year. So what the heck is going on? We got H1N1, B1, 5-1, 5-1, 6-1. We have all this stuff that's hitting us 6 weeks into the year. I'm going to make I Survived or Can I Survive 2020 shirts.
Yeah, can I survive 2020? Yeah, that's probably more appropriate. We're not even at the end of the second month, and it's already get pretty epic, isn't it?
It is.
The plagues. I mean, there's times when people, there's fish raining out of the sky, or birds dropping by the thousands, or dolphins drive themselves up on shore, and that stuff happens periodically for years, eh? I don't know if all of these things have been as concentrated. I would be inclined to think those things as coincidences, except for all the earthquakes and volcanoes too. That's just a little bizarre. That seems a little strange. Although those things by themselves also have caused plagues too, I think.
Well, because,
Atmosphere changes.
They died for a reason, right? So that could spread to human.
Well, yeah, and if before you had a volcano erupt, you could have underwater releases of all kinds of toxic gases, and that would probably kill that sea life too. I mean, there's reasons why they just up and die, and I'm inclined to think it's.
I'm talking about some of the sea life that make it to on the beach shore, like people poking at it with a stick. You don't know if it's releasing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's in a lot of cases like that. I mean, a lot of animals, they migrate. Like birds do, actually, with magnetism. So if you had local shifts in the magnetism, probably because of eruptions or highly metallic eruptions on the seabed or things like that, that might screw them up too.
Well, one really good earthquake could offset our positioning. Like that tsunami that hit, remember back, I don't know, like 10, 15 years ago, that big tsunami that hit? That big earthquake? That one actually altered our positioning.
It did, yeah. Yeah, it moved the island of Java over a couple of feet. That's a pretty big chunk of land.
But it also moved our positioning like from north, like a couple of degrees.
Yeah, I could believe it, yeah. I mean, it's a hell of a thump when something like that happens, yeah. Yeah, and it's be like a spinning ball or top or something like that, and it's obviously it's spinning. It's not on a fulcrum. It's just spinning in space, and something like that bangs on it. Yeah, it's going to cause the Earth to rotation to wobble a little bit. Definitely.
So what do you want to do for Mike of the Night this Saturday?
Well, there was a suggestion there for the pipeline protests, and you know what? I think that unpacks into all kinds of things. It's not a policing effort that's keeping these from being broken up, and we know that they're not grassroots, or this is all astroturf, right? This is some kind of disruption, and it is coordinated from one end of the country to the other. Apparently, someone is spending some big money to make this happen, and our prime minister isn't doing anything to stop it.
Isn't he in Bahamas or something?
As far as I know, he's in Ottawa. He came back.
Oh, he came back.
It's
I thought he was in
nice
Africa
to know.
and he was flying over to the Bahamas for a couple of weeks.
I think that was the plan. Yeah, it's nice to know that there are things that are so important that our prime minister will actually come visit us once in a while. I think that's good. That's a good sign. Things are going to get better from here. Yeah,
it's sweet. It's kind of cute.
It is. He's like family. Just get a warm, fuzzy feeling. Really.
Like Duda, Uncle Duda. You see once every couple of years.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Daniel G is saying, Mike, it's the end of times. Do you? I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. Well, we've been rolling through. I mean, I believe in that stuff myself, as you do. Okay, and people standing on the outside looking in. Okay, yeah. We won't go real deep into it, and we'll spare all the village atheism. Okay, it's just a matter of we're running into a whole bunch of things that seem to be happening in a greater frequency that probably haven't for a long time. I think that the Earth goes through changes anyway, right? I mean, our magnetic field has definitely changed more than once over the millennia. Atmospheric pressure has changed. The mass of the Earth itself has changed. There's just a lot of things that at times possibly within living memory, or at least a genetic memory of the species, that changed the world and completely changed the surface of it. There's huge areas that used to have human habitation, and now they're deep underwater. Obviously, things change from time to time, and obviously those weren't the end times of the world when that happened, but here they are happening. So I honestly don't know if it's the biblical end times, because like I said on Saturday, there's a whole lot of things that have to happen yet before you can hang your hat on that and say,
we're seeing pestilence, we're seeing famine, we're seeing locusts, we're seeing plagues, we're seeing well,
you've got a global breakdown of morality for sure. And a lot of that is engineered, but whether it was engineered or not, the bottom line is that the conditions were created for a breakdown in morality and what would be considered traditional society organization, right? But the whole thing is financed with a magic bubble of conjured up black market money, and as soon as that stuff collapses, then you're going to see things revert. I'd like to see them revert back to about 1970. If we're really unlucky, they'll revert back to about 1870. Right? I mean, we have technology. I mean, it's not like we're going to go right back to burning firewood to survive in most of the world. But there's no question, if we have the kind of economic disruption alone that's going to come from locusts and earthquakes and the virus that shall not be named.
Hold on. Sea's turning red, but we got that red algae in South Florida.
Yeah, well, it's happened before too, though. Red Tide. I mean, Alabama Crimson Tide is a college football team, and that's why they call it that, because every once in a while, periodically, you get a Crimson Tide. I'm not saying these things aren't important, and if they're all happening at once, there's no question that this is weird. But all of these things have happened. There's a YouTuber named Jason A. He's a Christian guy. And
yes,
he's
I know
into
Jason
prophecy. You know Jason A. Yeah. Well, I've been seeing annual videos of his going back to about 2011, 2012, talking about weird things happening in the world, and some of them are pretty remarkable. But so far, here we are. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not heading to some kind of crescendo. But I think these things are going to come, Jesus described them as birth pangs. So they're spaced out, but then they concentrate towards the end, right? And so these things are happening like literally every day. It feels like it right now. Since the beginning of 2020, there's no question. I mean, just the zeitgeist is something really bad is going to happen here.
Hold on.
Okay.
LGV7 is saying the sky will rain fire meteorite. They are not telling us. Actually, there is a meteorite, and they did tell us that's going to move close. Remember that one we read a few weeks ago? A massive meteorite will come close to Earth?
Yeah. And at one point they were saying it was going to hit us. Some of this is scare tactics, okay? Like the people telling us we've got 12 years to go before the Earth burns up. Now the sweet meteor of death is going to come and release us from all this garbage. The oceans are going to boil. We've been hearing this stuff for 50 years. And the whole point of it is to keep you stirred up, negative, scared. And there is a Greek word, a concept, and it's loosely based biblically, egregore. The idea of an egregore is if you get enough people believing in something, okay, and giving it their thoughts, their energy, maybe it's some quantum thing, okay, but it causes it to manifest in the real world. Like if people worship an idol, it creates an egregore where they actually manifest a god or a demon or whatever that does the things imputed to it. Something along that line. Okay, so that's the thing. They're trying to stir this up to just basically turn us all into a black hole of negativity. So our children give up on life, and everyone gives up on the future, and they just spend all their money. They borrow their money and spend it on stupid stuff, and just basically forget about any kind of legacy, any kind of future, and just give them control of everything, so we can all have, our shiny, sexy, secular science fiction future that they've been promising us for the last 50, 60 years.
Here's one here. Meteor. This is a meteor that's a portion or a piece of the asteroid that's hitting Earth. That 1 kilometer rock that's rapidly approaching Earth. This is a piece of it. It blew up over Chicago about an hour and a half ago. So meteor video, fireball explodes over Chicago. Awesome footage. Bright fireball seen hurtling through the skies over Chicago, Illinois, leaving locals in the Windy City stunned. So
yeah. Well, there was one that exploded over Russia, central Russia, a couple of years ago, and the boom took out windows.
Yeah, here it is.
It was amazing.
NASA tracks a 1 kilometer rock that could kill millions on rapid Earth approach. An asteroid capable of causing global destruction if it hits our planet tomorrow afternoon, the U.S. Space Agency, NASA, has found. So there is a chance that this is not a joke.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, you want to know these things. The problem is, if you had something that was going to cause that kind of destruction, why would you tell anyone?
That's true.
In the end, yeah, exactly. LG, why worry about climate change? And if the Earth's going to burn up 12 years and we've already passed the threshold, then why do we care about things like free education and free healthcare?
Yeah, exactly.
And this, that, and the other thing. Yeah. So why do I, if I only got 12 years to live, why do I have to spend money on buying tampons for transgenders? Right? Why?
Yeah, no, I understand. I get your drift. So,
right?
Okay,
yeah.
So
it's lies. A lot of it is lies. That's what I'm saying.
It's a bunch of garbage.
Gordon. Yes, it's garbage. It's a bunch of garbage.
Mm-hmm. You got to say it like this. There was this homeless guy that I used to know, and I used to give him sandwiches from time to time by the mall I was in Vancouver. Mm-hmm. And I talked to him sometimes, and I tried to convince him to go back to live with his brother in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
And every time I would say, I'm like, so how you doing? How's life? And he's like, that's a bunch of garbage. But he say it like that. It's a bunch of garbage.
Yeah. Tig, I did see something like that too briefly. China burning people alive in their homes. Well, if the home itself is total loss because of that virus, and this is their idea what to do about it. It's ghastly. It's the most sickening thing you can imagine. More and more people are they don't care anymore. They're throwing caution to the wind, and they're giving full face broadcasts on their phones about what's actually happening over there. You'd have to be pretty desperate to be doing that in communist China.
In communist China, yeah. I have all these people terrible. Messaging me all week. No, Mike, you don't know what you're talking about. China is a capitalistic society. We don't have communism there. Are you out of your mind? They could shut down your cell phone service in 2 seconds, and no one could say nothing about it. They could do anything they want with you and control you in any way, because people don't own or hold guns.
Yeah, you're just an ant farm to those people. That's all you are. It's just something to they use you to, spin the wheels and turn the wrenches and make them money so they can come over here and buy our countries. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. But I mean, these people, what are you going to do? They have no guns. They've got fanatics everywhere. Did you see the last couple of days there was some people in a subway station or something like that, like communist true believers, and they're giving rallying cries and throwing their hands up and long live the Communist Party, and wouldn't you just like to mow people like that down? Wouldn't that be great?
Whacker. Go in there with
a weed whacker. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, save the gunpowder for important things. It's just, or just go beat them. Just, you morons, get out of my face.
Yeah, I hate the whole commie thing. The communism is it leads to, I don't know, it leads to darkness, decrepitness.
Well, it's all based on envy anyway. So that's last I recall. That was one of the 7 deadly sins. Probably not the best basis for an economic system. No, it all sounds good, right? Like the means of production are owned by the people, and they produce things for the people, and up to a certain point, just the things that people want to buy with the fake money you give them tells you what to produce more of, things like that. Kind of works. The problem is every part of that economy is being run from a bureaucratic office somewhere, and it just doesn't work. You can't run. Government can't run your life. It's not. Then they don't care if it doesn't work. It doesn't matter. It's something you vote your way into, and you have to shoot your way out of. And if they take the guns, you don't even have that option. So it's 70 years of absolutely hellish slavery until a cataclysm like this comes along and threatens to collapse it all. It happened to the Soviet Union, and it will happen to China too. It always does, because it doesn't work. But think of the misery in the meantime.
So they're burning 600 million yuan?
600 million want of their own currency. Yeah. Well, money's dirty, right? Cash, paper money is dirty, obviously.
But that's a good way to get rid of the cash system, put them all in digital system, and then go to negative rates.
Well, that could be, but the other thing is that they're burning them, but reportedly they're producing new currency to replace it. I don't know. Maybe you put instead of a gold-backed currency, you put a silver or copper threads in your money so that it's antibacterial. Yeah, and plus it would actually have some actual value to it. We'll see. I don't know. As far as I know, yes, they're burning that money, but they're also producing new stuff. Because I mean, everybody burns money and produces new stuff.
And
everybody wants.
You know who's going to cashless right after China? Australia.
Yeah, they want to. It's still not as easy as that. Sweden was going to. No place is more woke than Sweden. They tried going cashless, and the minute that they had a power outage or their banking system went down, no one could buy anything. Everything was frozen solid. You also had a bank in the UK within the last year or two had the same problem. They were updating their software, and they were probably doing it with the usual $9 an hour people, and it froze up their entire system. And now there were hundreds of thousands of customers all over the world that couldn't use their Visa, couldn't pay for plane tickets, or they couldn't pay their Uber driver, they couldn't buy groceries. Everything froze up solid. No, the solution is not cashless anyway.
It's not.
They want to control you. Well, they basically already do. Right? And most people pay with their tap cards and stuff like that. But no, the Swedish government has actually been telling people to keep some cash on hand just in case it happens again. And the same with India, right? They tried to get rid of higher denomination notes, and it appears to me that they're backing away from that too, because it's not working. People just find other ways to go around it. I mean, it's not like the average person in the street doesn't know that they're trying to control you.
Yeah.
So you just find some other way. It's like, okay, well, I can only buy stuff with cash. No problem. I'll buy a big lump of copper and I'll park it in my living room, and screw you guys. I'm not going to consume. I'm going to have something to leave my children, and you can pound sand up the usual place. People will find ways. That's all. So I know that cashless society is a wet dream of most, especially totalitarian governments, but it's not that easy. And of course, the same thing in the United States and all the other places in the world that use the U.S. dollar. You got all this drug trafficking and human trafficking and arms sales, and they still exchange briefcases full of $100 bills. So they're going to have to phase all of that out too. So, and I don't see them doing that because that's good money, man.
It is, because that's I mean, well, the thing is, every country, as much as this dystopia we're living in Canada, wants to eliminate the underground and black markets, they need to understand something, that if they do, that's going to eliminate a lot of jobs, like legit jobs, and that's going to eliminate a lot of money that the country basically binges on, or it's almost like tourist money when you got an underground economy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
it's good.
You don't want it.
It's bad for the country, but it's good in a way, because you do need hot dog vendors only using cash and not paying their tax, because that money gets used in other places. You know what I'm saying? In the country, I don't see a hot dog vendor wiring money to the Cayman Islands. He takes that money and feeds his family.
Yeah, and all that cash they're using, I mean, it got borrowed into existence anyway. They're already getting their cut just from that money out there. So you'd think they'd want more cash. Yeah, it hurts on the taxation side, but most people have to declare some kind of income at the end of the year, right? So they're still going to tax you. Plus, anything you buy, you're paying gouge and screw tax and sales tax and whatever else on it anyway. If you've got employees, you're paying all the usual payroll deductions and things like that, and your share of them. They borrow that money into existence. Everyone's getting their cut already, and the more cash there is out there, the more opportunities there are to get a piece of the action. Because they're criminals, or they've got criminal elements. Every large nation state has got criminal elements in its government once it gets past a certain size, I think.
Yeah. Ryan Holden saying the government loses money selling weed. The government can't do anything right. Anything that gets federalized or provincialized. Look at our car insurance system here in Canada. It's absolutely decimated. Here in BC. I see BC.
Yeah. Like Milton Friedman said, if the government was in charge of the Sahara Desert in 5 years, there'd be a shortage of sand.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah. No. Governments are a necessary evil. That's all. But they're still an evil.
They're still an evil. They're tricking or treating. That's the deal.
Well, they don't. They're silos, right? They don't talk to each other. They don't communicate.
A majority of them hate each other, and it's just
they hate each other. They're rivals for their budgets. They don't want to take less money. And you've got certain civil servants on their pay scales. If they want to move to the next pay scale, they've got to A, put in a certain amount of time, and B, you got to have a certain number of people working for you. So they're going to fight tooth and nail. Look at all the resistance that Doug Ford is getting in Ontario when all he's trying to do is keep Ontario from going bankrupt.
Yeah, that's all he's trying to do.
And people are rioting in the streets. It's like, no, we're not going to take less. We want more.
Yeah. It's going to be a big poop show.
A big poop show, colossal poop show.
Yep. Get your umbrellas, not your popcorn. Get your umbrellas ready, because when the poop starts to fly, you have no idea where it's going to fly. So at least have an umbrella to shield yourself from some of the poop slinging.
Yeah, and a little umbrella for the popcorn too, because damn it, you're still going to want popcorn. It's going to be quite a show. The big thing is, as always, get yourself in a position where you can sit back and eat popcorn and watch the show as much as possible. Like, don't be thinking about, oh, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to build this empire and I'm going to do that and the other thing. We're going to have a major shift in the valuation of all kinds of things in the world very soon. And that's good, because some really, really important things have been very undervalued for a long time. And it's going to change. That's what I think.
Okay. All right, Supreme, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna head up and check on my kids, make sure they're still sleeping.
Yeah, you betcha.
And we'll do a Mike in the Night special, and we'll this Saturday maybe we'll do I don't know. We'll find a few things to talk about. We'll just go off the news of what's happening, and then we'll spin off into maybe we could do another open mic again where people just call in and talk about whatever type of thing.
I enjoyed the last one. And, I think we need to it opens up a portal for more people to just call. I do want more people to
call. Anyone that's commenting in the comment section, you need to come on the show at least one time.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, guys. It's not bungee jumping.
Yeah, no,
right?
it's not. It's
Some
just,
of you have
hey, get
probably
Skype.
done
Skype.
that, right?
Tell them how easy Skype is. Like, it's not easy to. It's not that hard to maneuver. It's so easy to do this. Add me on Skype.
Yeah.
It's so simple.
If you got a Hotmail account, because Skype is owned by Microsoft, if you got a Hotmail account, when you could just make a throwaway account, set up a Skype account, and then just type Mike Martins in the search bar,
And I come up right away.
and you come up, and if you've got a headset with a what's a USB to plug into your computer, it's easy. It's easy, guys. Just do it.
Blunt News says he'll come on.
You. Excellent.
And then Daniel G is saying too scary, Mike.
That's not scary at all. Come on. No, Mike's a great host. He'll ask a lot of questions. The conversation is going to go in all kinds of directions. Don't even plan for it. Have a few talking points if it makes you feel comfortable. We want to hear your voice. We want to hear from you.
You know who I spoke to today?
Who?
Maxime Bernier's PR.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's got a channel up, and it's got, I think, like 5,000 subscribers. And I told him, look, maybe we could do a show together. Maybe we could do, because I do support Maxime Bernier. Any politician that gets called a racist is, needs to be looked at carefully, because usually they're trying to tell people what really is going on.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good exposure, and they get a chance to say their side of things, and yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, no,
so
we
I
need
really
more.
want to, because I supported him in the last election, and everyone I knew voted for him. So I'd like to just have him and talk. Just talk. He's got his own channel. Just say, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome. They even mentioned my show in the email. They're like, mention his channel on Mike in the Night and trends in the housing market. So if you if you go to YouTube and type in PPC, you'll see it here. Mm-hmm. So basically, they're saying they're only bringing people onto his show. Here it is, People's Party of Canada. This is it right here, guys. It's got 5,480 subscribers. So if you guys want to subscribe to this, I'll leave you a link. I'm going to copy the link and give it to you guys here. There you go. So if you guys want, what you guys are going to have to do is maybe go on a video or two of his and say, you need Mike Martins on this. We need Mike, because that's what they want to see in the comments. They only want to bring on guests on his show, and he comes on people's shows that people ask for.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, anything to get him on, just to hear what he has to say. It's a good place to disseminate the word. Everything he has to say. I voted Tory last time just because I didn't want Trudeau to win. My heart was with Maxime, and unfortunately, the Tories did win the popular vote, but they did not win a majority, and now we have an even further left government than we should have had. And I see that Trudeau is standing with the left-wing nuts, and he is now calling Scheer a racist. So that's the thing. At this point, it's like until the next election, Maxime's the guy. I'm going with him next time.
So I think I commented on one of his videos here. Here we go. The first video. Guys, I'm going to give you a link to the first video that says, hi, can I come on the show? Can you guys reply to that first thing where it says, well, I come up first, because there's 748 comments. So you got to control F it and then find me on here. Here's the video where I actually say, hi, can I come on the show? If some people could reply to this.
Okay.
Reply to that comment on there. I would really appreciate it, so people could see their channel, could see, hey, who the hell is this Mike Martins guy? But they say they know me. Like on the thing, on the email, they told me they know me. They've seen me talk about him on Mike in the Night. And they saw the video I made where he lost on principle when I was doing Morning Coffee with Mike. Mm-hmm. He lost because he was honest, right? So
yeah,
when you're honest, you obviously it's very hard to win when you're not cheating, right?
Yeah.
So
It's Papa Papist. Max is a politician, also known as self-preservationist. He's been in three parties with wide differences. That's true, but when he decided to form his own, he picked. More of a, for lack of a better term, a populist or a well, they're going to call it a Trumpian, but a populist viewpoint, and that's not even anti-liberal. right? Like it's still a massive government intervention in the economy, but it's breaking up trusts and hopefully leveling the playing field a little bit, and hopefully giving Canada as a nation more broadly the priority that we should be able to expect from the people actually charged with running the place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever their personal viewpoints are, in the end, you know, they wanted the job of running Canada, and they should be friggin' running Canada, not figuring out how to turn it all over to the UN. Because nobody voted for that. Nobody voted in the last 50 years for our country to be completely remodeled. It's time for it. It's time for it to start rolling back into something that was more familiar to the people that actually built the damn place. Because this is undermining national unity in a big way. What they're doing right now, and it was a stupid idea, and they need to back away from it before everything blows up. Canada has always been a place with a lot of centrifugal forces trying to tear it apart. And I'm not being the least bit dramatic when I say that. We don't have a lot of common with all the different regions in the country. And it was it was more of our heritage and the early first 100 years of Confederation that really defined us. And now they've decided to move away from all of that into something else. So they just led us into a swamp. And it needs to stop. Or Canada will go. It's the different pieces. I still think Quebec will go first before the West does. But if Quebec goes, you know, if that doesn't solve some problems, and I hate to say it, but Quebec leaving probably would solve some problems in the Anglo part. But, you know, the Quebecers watching, I don't want to part with you. Okay, I don't want you to leave. But, yeah, they're not doing a very good job of representing the entire country.
Okay.
And they need to make it a priority. Simple as that. And it's right now, Maxime's the only guy that's talking that way because he's practical. I don't care about gay marriage. You know, if you want to understand the misery of marriage like everybody else, go for it. I don't want to hear about it.
Nobody cares.
Okay,
I don't care who gets married. Everybody lives their own lives, and that's it. I don't care.
Yeah. Diversity is something that happens in nature, and natural selection created the diversity in nature, or just at least the environment of the specific area you're in. I'm not a real big believer in natural selection either, obviously, other than what you can observe out your front window. But it's just there are more than enough things about Canada to unite it without all of this woke BS. We don't need it. Nobody really wants it. The only people that really love it all live in the cities, and nobody cares about them out here. Like, whatever.
I know. All right. I'm going to let you go because I need
bud.
to get rolling here, and it's already 9:30. And we'll talk soon. We'll have you on Mike of the Night.
Absolutely. Yeah, great to talk, Mike.
Thanks. God bless.
God
Have
bless
a good
everyone.
night.
Talk soon. Bye.
Bye. That is our man, Supreme Cannon, telling it how it is, people. All right, guys, Mike of the Night is over. I am signing off. I want to thank everybody for joining me on this, and we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to join the channel if you want to join the channel, and we could, discuss a bunch of cool stuff, and we could talk about what's going on. Someone's asking, are you still going to the Philippines? Yeah, I'm going to go to the Philippines. I think it's all good. Someone's asking to play the Mike of the Night song. Why not? Here goes.
Gemini King, Mike in the Night, and the Gemini crew. Ooh. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world, give this page another turn, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Everything's alright when you're here with Mike in the night. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike Mike in through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Sometimes things are just absurd, so let's just talk about the world, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Mike in through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Mike in through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world. Give this page another curl, 'cause you're here with us tonight.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting.